As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up, you know what I'm saying, bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.
Romanticize lies. We make believe from make believe. What the mind will make you believe. Sometimes we have no time for sleep. So the day becomes the dream, every movement lucid when we do it. Life is so black and white. So we bask in the gray. Survival is optimal this way. Suggested life being the result of thought manifested, so I can make you want me, love me, need me, right? Because rejection is too black and aggression is only passion when held up to the light. Optimization of opportunity. How do you master it? If you want something, go after it. Don't take no for an answer. If this triggers you, it's because you lack vision. Or the white is too bright. What's the difference between pushy and diligence? Loneliness is similar to starvation. When a lion stalks the lioness, this is self-preservation. Gray, the mainstay, to mix colors to discover beauty this way. You find your truth is someone's lie. The rain that ruined your picnic is the rose's reprieve. Must we all agree on what I believe? Some shove the world in their mind's eye. Some live under self-imposed conditions, religious restrictions, or conspiracist predictions. Those who will just sing along regardless of who or why they wrote the song. What if the whole world is off key to me? I mean, will I get a solo? Can I write my own part apart from you? Will you throw me shade? So, gray. I dream with eyes open. The world seems so gray that way. I don't like labels and titles, assumptions of mental functions. People just be people, and to some, 1 and 0 will equal 10. Life ain't always comfortable. The black, the white won't always comfort you. And if you black, the white may even come for you. But I know. That's a different poem. Yet to think in black and white is insane. I mean, isn't gray matter just another name for the brain? That was written in pain.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
I said, I want to be above anything else righteous. Upright in my resolve to do the right thing despite my flaws, shortcomings, and my sometimes abnormal behavior. I want to be sound in my character even when my faith wavers. I want to be just, endowed with strength and wisdom. I want to be the embodiment of patience, virtue, and sincerity. I want to be a man at peace and not just pieces of a man. I want to be the father my father should have been. I want to be able to look into the eyes of my firstborn daughter and see the stare of adoration and not the glance of disdain. I want to embrace my pain, savor my struggles, and greet my trials with the warmth of a gracious host. I want to be the most I can be. I want to be the epitome of what real is. I want to have the desire to give even when my ability says otherwise. I want to be free of the guise of false perception, deception, and misleading anyone into believing that I'm anything more than just a mere slave of the Most High. And this is why I want to have the principles of a sage with the humility of a sinner, the ambition of a loser with the gratitude of a winner. I want to be a supernova, illuminating the way of the lost, awakening the zeal of the weary, transcending the limitations of boundaries. I want to be a roadmap for success, the best of the best. I want to conquest my fears and reinvent them into triumphs. I want to showcase my tears and exhibit them as giant drops of inspiration. I want to bathe in them, bask in the fact that they've washed me clean and now I'm gleaming, beaming like spotlights, blinding like UV rays. I want to be a beacon of guidance for the wayward soul. I want to be an infinite prototype for the lives to come. How to be a faithful husband, devout father, and loving son. I want to be my brother's keeper and my sister's protector. I want to project the voice of reason over the unreasonable whispers of complacency. I want to smash false stereotypes and rebuild them with the structures of nobility. I want to rewrite our legacy, revise our history, and pen our future with destiny's ink, with calligraphy that holds the shade of a golden hue. I want to imbue the truth in our veins until it runneth over like rich cups of honey, cascading over our progeny like the falls of the Niagara, until its sweetness quenches our thirst, until its liquid covers us like amniotic fluid and rebirth us into a world of anew, where there's no blood on the roots of the trees, and their fruits aren't strange but bear the similarities to the nectars of the heavens, and there are no ropes hanging from their branches, and there are no us hanging from their ropes, and we are kings there, and my sisters are queens there, but I'm still here, and above anything else, I just want to be righteous.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of Spoken Soul Sessions. What's good, man? It feels good to be back. Oh my goodness. It feels real good to be back, man. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling encouraged. I'm still recovering, but you know what I'm saying, I'm in good spirits and I'm ready to get back at it. So yeah, welcome.
Real quick, man, let me give a shout out to LM, Mama Oladeji, Brother Habib, Geronimo, and Elizabeth for holding me down while you were gone, man. I appreciate y'all.
I really appreciate you guys as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Love is love, man. Y'all held it down, man, and I'm just ready to get back to it, man, and you know, like pick up where we left off at, man. You know how life be lifing. But what it do, bro? How was your week? Or last 2 months?
Man, you know, bro, a lot been going on, man. You know, I've been concentrating on just sending my vibes, making sure we get back to this. But other than that, man, this week been crazy, man. You know, the Super Bowl last week, Usher's the talk of the week, and you already know, bro. Same old shit. Same old,
man. It's still stuff to talk about, man. It's still tough to get into. What you thought about the Usher situation, man?
Overrated, man. But first of all, let me tell you something, man. First of all, I'm not gonna get into my own conspiracist mindset about that whole halftime show. I'm gonna leave that out of it. I'm gonna just tell you what I do got a problem with, okay, Usher? Don't be coming out to the Super Bowl with the one glove like the king. Don't be coming with the one glove like the king. You didn't pay homage. You didn't say nothing about MJ. You didn't moonwalk. You did nothing. Don't be coming doing a halftime show like you trying to embark the essence of the king. Relax.
Yeah, they trying. That was a coronation. They trying to, you know, because you know MJ is the reason why we got Super Bowl halftime anyway. It was because of MJ. They made the big halftime show and all that. And I think that was a coronation because I seen your boy in the skirt, man. I seen your boy Usher in the skirt for the press photos for the Super Bowl. And your boy was in a skirt, man. A straight skirt. And I thought that was odd, man. I thought that was real odd.
He liked to wear those. That's on him. All I'm saying is, don't be wearing the one glove. I got problems with that.
But what about your girl, though? What about your girl Ice Spice, man? She was looking real devilish,
Listen,
man.
I'm trying. I ain't want to talk about all of that.
But you scared?
She was doing weird stuff with her hands. She was doing weird things up there sitting with Taylor Swift. There was a lot of weirdness with that halftime.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
I don't want to get into all that. Y'all know what's up. Y'all got YouTube. Y'all got Instagram. Y'all got TikTok. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, been a lot of stuff going on, man. The biggest thing I heard just of late, like the last day or so, I don't know if you heard about the sister who had her daughter, 7-year-old daughter, and she was waxing women, coming and getting bikini waxes and things of that nature. And Black Twitter went up. They went crazy. What you thought about that? Did you hear about that?
I didn't, man, but that's extra weird.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too, man. But I wanted to see the video because the only thing we seen was pictures. The only thing I seen personally was pictures. But I thought it was a little weird. But in the same vein, why was she doing it? Was she doing it for clout? Was she doing it like to get her likes up or whatever the case may be? Or was she trying to display, this is a skill that I have and I'm trying to teach my daughter the skill? Either way, it's kind of touchy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got women busting it open and you got your 7-year-old daughter waxing them. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I mean, if that's the only skill she got and something that she feel that's a family business and she's trying to pass it on or whatever the case may be, I don't know, man. But I thought that was crazy in the news. That was like, they going crazy on Black Twitter for that.
Yeah, I seen also they hit Trump for like $355 million. They hit him.
He ain't gonna never pay this shit.
I don't know.
Trump the master of not paying people, man. He's the master of not paying people.
They trying to make him pay that $355 million. I know that's too because they trying to hurt his campaign run. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give up $355 million. How much money you got to be running for president? I don't know. They don't want that dude to run for president.
How the crazy thing is how is he even campaigning for presidency after the insurrection? After the, you know what I'm saying? After the Capitol, the storming of the Capitol. Like, they say he was responsible for that. But how is he even, you know what I mean? Like, you tried to overthrow the company and then you become the number one campaign or the candidate for that company to take the job. That don't make no sense. Kind of weird.
You make the rules, you could break the rules, man. That's how it goes.
Facts.
But yeah, man, when you ready, man, let's
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get back. I'm ready to get back in. We got some irons in the chat. I seen we got some irons in the chat. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to delve into it. Let's get it, man.
All right, then. First on the mic, we got Candy Baby.
Oh, let's bring the queen on up to the stage. Let me give Candy Baby a special thanks. I want to give you a special thanks, Candy Baby, because throughout, the whole ordeal, me recovering, I would get these messages. It was a few of you guys sending me messages, encouraging messages, Mama O, that really kept me going strong. And I really appreciate it. They say out of sight, out of mind. And you guys really let me know that y'all was thinking about me and y'all was sending me your prayers and your well wishes. I definitely want to thank you for doing that, Candy Baby. I really appreciate you, sis, for real.
Don't get me all emotional. I'm a gangster black. I'm just happy that you back. I'm glad that you are on the road to recovery. Missed your vibe up in this joint. Like when you get your favorite dish and that seasoning is missing. I'm not saying that the other minds didn't do a good job. I don't want to take away from
Nah, you can say it. I'm the paprika. I'm the paprika, baby. You can say it.
You know what I'm talking about, So I'm happy you back. Let's see. I don't even have nothing new. I was just gonna jump on stage when I seen you up in this joint. Either way it goes, let me find something. I just pulled over. Yeah, I know I'm always in this damn car.
Moving.
Always, always, always. Let's. Okay, I'm gonna start it off with some bullshit. Okay.
Let's get it.
Special girlfriend. Spend the night. Play pretend. Some pillow fights. Conversations after dark. Stories how he doesn't treat you right. I'll listen intently as you talk. No, I'm undressing you with my eyes. Take another sip of this wine. Relax. Let me oil your back. My hands feel good. A special touch a woman provides. Let me take my tongue and lick the tiny hairs up your spine. I see eyes rolling, head spinning. It feels good. Softly, I caress each breast, taking special attention to your nipples. So succulent like Hershey kisses. Shh. My mouth is warm, and I love the way your body shakes. Seducing beautiful women is my specialty. Soft moans as your mouth forms, and oh, look in the mirror. You're beautiful. Let my fingers take control, find their way to your warm water fortress, glisten in my fingertips. Now taste. Let me rub my tongue across your clit, throbbing. I need a favor. Sit on my face. Do kegels on my tongue, wet my face. Now release. Hips gyrate, let me suffocate. Kill me with your juices, all the attention from the attention he missed. Release. I'm sucking until you can't take no more. Be still. Enjoy the ride. Grinding, taking breaks for me to kiss your inner thighs. I hear your whispers. You're welcome for a trip to ecstasy. Now release. Your body relinquish pain he caused. He doesn't appreciate the woman you are. Slow dance on my tongue and release. Your worries for the moment released as you do kegels on my tongue. Special friend. Candy baby.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dom DeMarco.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Dom DeMarco, Marco.
Oh, damn. What a way to set it off. Y'all already know, man. I'm with the girl action, man. That was very it was erotic, but at the same time tasteful, and that was steamy right there, man. I wasn't expecting that right there. Payne, what you thought about it, man?
What I appreciated most about that was the delivery of it. It was real, like slow and methodical. How you kind of was given these demands. It was like real passive aggressive, but it was sexy, and I dug your tone, and it really did what it was supposed to do. Candy baby.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
What's the name of that piece for the record, though? What's the name of that piece?
The name of that piece is Kegels on My Tongue.
Kegels on My Tongue. Oh, man. I like that a lot, man.
Yeah, tell your girlfriend, do some Kegels on my tongue.
Kegels on the tongue. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Grab my tongue. Let's play a game. Grab the tongue.
Damn it,
okay.
Man. Yeah, man.
Well, I'm about to get on out of here. Y'all know I don't stay up on this stage too long. But make sure y'all spend y'all week looking good, feeling good, so everything around you is good, smelling good, and I'm going to do the same. I'll see y'all next Saturday.
Before you go, don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow's got how many mics? Don't forget.
I will be there, fair and square, you dig?
Facts.
With Redden and Payne. See ya. y'all tomorrow then.
Most
Bye.
definitely. What we doing? LL, right?
Yeah, we're doing that LL Cool J radio album. If y'all want to come to How Many Mics tomorrow, y'all know we'll be right here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing that LL Cool J radio this season. We're doing everybody's rookie album. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a happening. P Black is back. All right, next on this mic, Mama Deji.
Let's bring Mama O on up to the stage. Hey, Mama.
Welcome back, my darling. Wow. Yes. So good to hear your voice. That poem you did was magnificent.
I appreciate you. I really do
You had a
appreciate you,
lot of
Mama.
time to sit down there and write a whole bunch of stuff. I know what I can't wait to hear what else you got.
Yeah, I've been in the lab. I've been in the lab, man, because y'all know, if y'all don't know, I'm doing this $10,000 slam in May. So I've been in the lab writing these pieces. I got to write 5 pieces for this slam, and I've been working on that. But I got some joint at the intermission, man. I'm gonna play something at the intermission.
Oh wow. I know you I said I bet you he in there in that nice, quiet, sterile environment. Gorgeous, I don't know what, and all these what you call it, downloads coming in there. Like, when I get out of this bed, when I get out of this hospital, I got something for the ass. I know that's right.
Facts. You ain't never lied, Mama. I definitely appreciate you for sending me all the encouragement. All the positive affirmations. It meant a lot. And it definitely kept me in high spirits. I appreciate you, Mama. Love you.
Did you get that last one about the word ASS?
About the ass.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
And he said it's the most important word in the English language, and he laid that out. It was so funny. But I want to welcome Paul. Paul, I'm so glad to see you down there with your little red ticket. I was having a lot of crisis while y'all was gone, and today I had to call on Paul. I called Paul. I said, Paul, I need prayer. Everything that could happen, that could go wrong, went wrong. So this is an uplifting thing for me. I don't feel like doing no poetry. I'm just happy to be here. I'll do the one that my family used to do. It's really short, but it's kind of funny. And just make y'all laugh a little bit, because I'm not in no mood to really read anything or recite. It goes like this. The boy stood on the burning deck, eating his peanuts by the peck. The ship blew up, the boy fell in, but he kept cramming those peanuts in.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
You said eating peanuts by the peck. That just brought me back to my grandmother. My grandmother used to always say, I love you a bushel and a peck. A bushel and a peck. And that's like old measurements. 4 pecks go in the bushel. And you just took me back. You see, eating peanuts by the peck.
Yeah, he was standing up there eating peanuts, and the ship blew up, the boy fell in. People who like peanuts, they don't care where they go. They go keep eating them peanuts. I love you, Poetic. I love all of y'all.
Love you too, Mama. Pain?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You had a comment for that joint Mama just spit?
I heard Mama spit that before. Mama's hilarious. I love you, Mama. Mama's a character. Plus, I could tell Mama on them edibles. You've been gone a minute, Black. Mama, you know what I'm saying? Now Saturdays and saying she be on her recreational time. So I'm gonna leave Mama be.
No more edibles, y'all. I was in the hospital the other day. They said I got blocked arteries in my neck, so I ain't messing with my brain no more. It's already ain't doing right. So no more edibles, no more nothing. So nothing but poetry and love. That's it.
Poetry and love.
Thank you.
All right, Pain.
I'm gonna miss edible Mama. That was entertaining. That was good stuff. All right. Next on the mic is Elizabeth Carpenter.
Oh, let's bring Lizzie on up to the stage. It's cold-blooded. What's going on with you, Lizzie?
What's good with you, Black? Welcome back. We missed you.
I miss y'all too, man. I heard good things about you, man. I heard, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in charge, you know what I'm saying? Remember Hustle and Flow? Like, you in charge. You made shit happen, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Lizzie, man. You came through, man. And, you know, definitely appreciate the well wishes and the love and the prayers, man. It really meant a lot.
Absolutely. Fam, so you know, we got you.
Most def. So what you got for the people tonight?
All right. I got something for you for Black History Month.
Okay, let's get it.
All right. Recently, voices started calling out to me, echoes from roots past the we're fighting for equality, and they ask, will there ever be unity? Or will there always be hatred in the Black community? And are we really safe in a place where people can't breathe, can't sleep, can't go outside, walking down the street without police brutality? Possible, not returning safely to their families just because of the color of your skin, living in a broken world where you cannot win. A broken system created on the foundation of chasing slaves, racism, embedded stains throughout our history. So why hasn't this mentality changed? And I wish there was an honest answer I could give. But there's so much going on in the time that we currently live in these hearts of many with much angst and unrest that there are those who don't get to say why we need to protest. It started with slavery that ended, but then came Jim Crow. Separate but equal is what was said, but it seems it was still all for show, and the disease of racism never saw a cure or remedy. And it was a shame that it took the year 2020 vision for people to start to open their eyes and see. We were told to forget about it, ball it up, lock the door, but as time flies by, that elephant grows more impossible to ignore. And anyone who labels themselves as a leader is classified as a terrorist or ends up as a victim. And we've grown accustomed to buying t-shirts and digging up plots. This is the lack of chemistry that has brought us nothing but misery. And I'm trying to solve a mystery, but how can we made it to this point in history when Black people are historically disfranchised, often dehumanized, rarely sympathized, unjustly criminalized, vastly criticized, badly brutalized? Racist system, please don't forget their names. Don't let these people die in vain. This is for the 14-year-old boy in Mississippi back in 1955, that if he would have never whistled at a white woman, he would still be alive. Turns out, on her deathbed, she admitted he never did. Emmett Till. In 2010, a girl who was just 7 years old in Los Angeles, wrong place, wrong time, had an early trip to heaven. Anaya Jones. To the man who spent over 1,000 days at Rikers prison, 800 of them in solitary confinement for a crime he never committed. Released without a reason, no apology for their mistake, and sadly, he took his own life to suicide. Khalif Browder. To the young woman who was just there lying in her own bed, just to get shot 8 times and pronounced dead. Breonna Taylor. To the young man who took a jog around the block for the last time, the only sound he'll ever hear will be shotguns cocked. Ahmaud Arbery. For the Queens, Sandra Bland and Letitia Harlan and Rika Boyd and the Kings, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin and George Floyd. I could go on, and I hope you can see the picture I'm painting. This is all devastating. Sometimes I feel like I'm close to fainting, and it feels hopeless that so many of us have decided to remain silent, and broken families, to mothers and fathers not there to get to watch their children graduate, to give them flowers, but instead they're putting flowers on their gravestones. Systematic racism where Jim Crow's ideals are legal. No vote, no housing, no job, no food. It's a governmental fuck you, fuck white people. Convicted felony, a harsher penalty just because the color of your skin, stuck in a broken system on Route 66 of sundown towns. Silence is a secret killer. And if we don't talk about it and keep it quiet, how will it ever change? And these problems keep getting bigger and bigger, and lives are stolen too soon, hunted down, beaten, murdered, blamed, and systematically swept under the rug. How is this just a clerical error when black bodies are dropping faster than the bullet casing of a gun? How is this still happening, and why do we continue to let this system be broken? And colorblindness is just a form of silence to justify the systematically discriminate, perpetuating this radical hate. And all lives matter will never be true until Black lives matter too. This is a must-in. This means as a white person, calling out other white people for their racist behavior, even if it means calling out your own family. With education and conversations, we need to open the lines of communications, because it's up to all of us to make a stand and make a change. So tell me, where is the equality? And where is the accountability? We need to stop this hostility and this brutality, because this is an emergency.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Wow. Wow. What's the official name of this piece, Elizabeth?
Echoes.
Echo.
Echoes of the past.
Echoes of the past. Wow. This right here, man. This was heavy. This was heavy. This is a Jane Elliott moment. If you guys are familiar with Jane Elliott, she do these lectures, and she be doing a lot of crowds where it be a lot of white people, and she do these little like social experiments and things of that nature to point out all of the racism that goes on that people just not aware of, you know. And this poem was one of those moments, one of those. So you do know what's going on. And you made mention about accountability in this piece, and I think that's a real key word. It's a key word, because a lot of times when people look at the ideal of racism, you know, they'll look at, oh, that happened all these 400 years ago. There's no more slaves. Nobody's picking cotton and things of that nature, and they think that it's gone. But it's very
in our system.
Yes,
it's in everything we watch.
It's ingrained in the system. It's ingrained in the system. You know, that's why it always puzzled me when Independence Day come around and you find black people go hard. They'll go hard for Independence Day. Then Juneteenth come around, you don't see them. You don't see them because it's ingrained in the fiber of this country. You know, there's blood on the hands of this country that they just can't wash off. You can't hide that blood. You got to become accountable for it. And that's what we're getting at. You know, it's becoming so blatant. It's becoming so blatant. And I thought this poem really hinted at a lot of the things that's what's wrong with the society, you know, what's wrong with this country, you know. Like you can do a lot of things in this country. You can become very successful in this country. But you can't get around how you took a people who helped build this country. You marginalize them, you persecute them, you keep your foot on their neck, and to act like it don't exist is cruel. You know, it's cruel and it's inhumane. But I thought this poem right here was powerful as an ode to all of the people who lost their lives, the people who were persecuted, put through all types of crazy shit in this country. You know, to see someone, you know, of your complexion, to speak out against it is just a testament that we, you know what I'm saying, there is hope. There is hope. You know, to know and understand what's going on and to call it out when you see it, because that's the biggest problem. It's not like every white person is racist, but you become complicit when you see it, you acknowledge it, you know what it is, and you don't call it out.
Silence is the biggest killer.
Facts. But I thought it was a dope piece, Elizabeth. Dope piece. Payne, what you thought about it, bro?
There was a lot of passion I felt in the way you presented this piece, which I appreciated. Also, like just the roll call of some of the fallen brothers and sisters that have fell victim to police brutality or racism. I just appreciated the kind of, I don't want to say research, but the kind of acknowledgement in that. I thought that was, I appreciated that. I feel like this is the kind of poem that more people need to hear coming from somebody um, outside of the Black community. Because a lot of times, I was just watching something today where it was some people feeling like the Black community is kind of comfortable playing victim when it comes to certain things, and that we don't hold ourselves accountable for certain situations and conditions that we have brought upon ourselves. And some of the stuff they were saying was infuriating, and some of it made me think. But just, I really feel like pieces like this, um, outside of our community, need to be heard. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you writing this, and I appreciate the kind of insight and the kind of passion it took to kind of have some kind of knowledge about some of the atrocities that have taken place. So I appreciate that, and thank you for coming through, Shannon.
Of course. Thank you.
Definitely. Powerful piece. Powerful piece. Whoa. Yeah, that was heavy right there. All right, Payne. Who we got next on the mic?
Elizabeth might pop out with some cornrows.
Elizabeth in charge. You in charge. That was a dope piece, though. I even go front, man. That was profound. That was definitely profound. All right, bro. Keeping the train moving. Who we got next on the mic?
Next on the mic is the one and only, the legendary Miss Fab.
Oh, let's bring Miss Fab on up. Hey, Miss Fab, what's going on with you?
I went to unmute myself and then I put myself back on mute. I saw your back. I was like, I have to get in queue early tonight. So
I appreciate you, Fab. I really do, man.
So I found this poem called Hanging in the Balance, and I'm gonna recite it.
All right.
This is for those who walk the thin line of life and death, fully aware the wind could push them over the ledge, gambling every moment they have left, heartless, living dead. No time for anticipations, lies smacking them in the chest. Weighed down by others' bullshit, we wear our heart on our sleeves and let kleptomaniacs make their best with our remains. Addicted to tragedy, we adjust to the dark, scrambling for change and hopes to barter a little sunlight, a little hope. We take our agony straight, no chaser, choke down reality, till it leaves us longing for more. This goes out to those with lost souls and lost innocence, running away from life yet looking for purpose, waiting for reality to smack them in the face. The lonely who push the world away, who have been betrayed by trust, longing for instant gratification, pacing in the dark, expecting salvation, pleading to be rescued from the demons. Unaware the answers lie within, we build borders and let the bad ones in. We handle fragile hearts roughly, careful to cry when no one is watching. Paint on smiles thick, afraid everyone knows we're just pretending. lift up sleeves and confess crimson sins. Even perfection feels like dying. Heartbreak sounds like the perfect rainstorm. Everything around you is screaming for peace, yet you're just drowning. This goes out to everyone who writes about heartache at 3 in the morning, avoids love songs and movies. Those of us who can't even commit to personal dating sites spend more times on the couch watching Netflix on a Friday night, afraid to sleep. No dreaming will bring them back to the other side of the bed, so we move on pretending to be soldiers. Yet we are just prisoners of an unfair war, walking a thin line of life and death, unaware we deserve so much more. End poem.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Wow. This was dope. Did I hear that this had a rhyme scheme to it? It seemed like this had a rhyme scheme to it at times.
Accidental rhyme scheme. I hate rhyming because I always like Dr. Seuss, so I like snuck some in there. But yes.
Yeah, because it kept going in and out. But this was right here was like really thought provoking. You know, you said heartless, living dead. You know, the metaphors you used in this piece, man, was, I think, right on point. You was painting a picture. The imagery was just right there on point. You know, when you likened the agony to choking, and, you know, the crimson tide of sins, you know, crimson sins. I thought that was dope. The wordplay was crazy in this. This is one of those pieces that if you read it, you're gonna get way, way more out of it. You know what I'm saying? Reading it, you know what I'm saying, as just opposed to just hearing it. But I thought your cadence was right. I know Payne gonna talk about that, but I thought it was right on point, and I thought you did an amazing job with this piece, hanging in the balance. Payne, what you thought about it?
Yeah, I definitely thought this kind of piece needed that kind of like the kind of pace to the delivery, because it wasn't only what you were saying, it was how you were saying it. And there was a lot of spots in here where I just got a lot of mental imagery, and I dug that. When you said writing heartbreak at 3 in the morning, I saw that, and it just made me think about myself. You also said even perfection feels like dying. I relate. I just that's a poem right there. I really like this piece a lot, Fab. Man, keep digging up, keep finding them poems, man. I really have been appreciating listening to Vintage Fab, man. Thank you for coming through with this.
Thank you guys.
Most definite, sis. Oh man, the night been smoking so far, bro. Night been smoking.
Definitely.
Night been smoking.
We're gonna keep this thing moving. Y'all know we taking a mission at 10:30, and y'all know hand raising stops at 11:30. But we're gonna keep this thing moving. Next on the mic is the griot himself, Geronimo.
Let's bring the brother on up to the stage. What's going on, Geronimo? What?
Good to hear you. Good to see your icon. Good to hear you performing. I'm so glad that you know, this process is ongoing, man, and it's uphill.
I appreciate you, King, for real, man. I really do, man. Thanks for holding it down with Payne, man. Like, y'all, seeing y'all all come together, man, holding the show down like that, it was dope, man. It put me in a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? Put me in a nice place, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. Y'all been killing it.
It was an honor and a pleasure. You see how many people we had to cycle through in order to try to halfway.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of people, man. It was a whole bunch of people up on the stage, man. But I was like, it's love, though. It's love, man. It's love, man. I appreciated it, man. For real, man. What you got for the people tonight, man?
I'm gonna do this piece. It's relative. I wrote it this week. You know, so I've been working it out. Payne, what up, bro?
What's good, Geronimo, man? What's good, bro? I'm looking forward to what you came with, brother.
All right, so this piece is called My Best Friend.
Let's get it.
My best friend's name is Anger. We've been friends so long I can't even remember when he was a stranger. Well, truthfully, I think I'm using the term friend loosely. Yeah, I remember this one time after school on the playground, I was playing with Goofy. We were playing on the slides. You know, the 2-1 that's enclosed on all sides. Goofy went first, laughing and giggling, and sat at the bottom of the ride. And that left me stuck in the middle of all these kids, claustrophobic, and I screamed and panicked with everything I had inside, but that didn't work. But Anger was right behind me. He said that Goofy's a jerk. If we're going to get out of here, you're going to have to make him hurt. And I was only 6. But I clenched the fist and pitched the bitch, said words I never said before, like fuck this shit. I swung at this Goofy with all my might, slapping and clawing. I might even pinch the bitch. But he screamed and he yelled. But he got it from clogging the slide up as well. And hell, I felt great, ignoring his scratches and tears from a swelling face. And that day, I realized anger gets shit done. As a teen, every day we work out. I'd exercise anger. I was never afraid because I'd use him as my strength anytime I was in danger. We'd bond over having the same scars, like 2 people having the same tattoo artist. That artist's name was Life. And they might have even been at the same shop at the same time, once or twice had conversations about how they dated the same woman. Told girls they were cousins. Even played the Dirty Dozens. Up until Anger got in his feelings and started cussing. And Anger's mom, his mom was frustration. A black nurse who, when annoyed or upset people, asked if it was from her menstruation. And ironically, she never lost her license, even though she lost patience. So with the long hours she worked, Anger became a gangbanger. We found there were other people that thought like me, felt like me, and we exercised our anger on the other side just because they ain't like me. After high school, my parents kicked me out. My roommate was a new guy named Fear. Fear had a way of making everything crystal clear of all the rumors and stories he'd hear, and I'd listen as his eyes were wide and glisten. Anger would interrupt and tell us to stop all that bitching. And Anger became an alcoholic. Fear graduated college and got a PhD in anxiety. I married loneliness because till death do us part, and for better or worse, she stayed by the side of me, quietly. Anger left me because after a while, he couldn't no longer protect me. He couldn't keep me grounded. Especially after he caught me counting the scars from the people I thought I loved holding the knife, but I lost count gradually. I was too busy making sure the blade was sharp so they didn't tire themselves out from stabbing me. Massaged their hands to make sure they were done being mad at me. He was disgusted by my behavior, me standing there yet again serving another person's anger. But 20 years go by. I catch up with him every now and again. He's sitting at a bar, a glass of whiskey, freshly empty, and we simply reminisce about back in the day. Well, really, it's just me talking, because after all this time, Anger really has nothing to say. But the last time I saw him, he said, "Geronimo, you know I'm your brother, right?" And I just stare at him puzzled. He said, "Why you think you always saw me with your father when he came home at night?" I stay silent. I just think. Then I wave to the bartender and ask for another 2 drinks. Poem.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the Mongo.
Wow, man. Your storytelling ability, Geronimo, man, is peak, bro. It's like really, like, it's amazing, man. You got an amazing ability to storytell. And the subject matter, you know, like, you always find a way to just bring just relevant, you know, topics and shine the light on it in a way to really make a person think. Like that poem you got on Black Bear. That Black Bear poem. You know, in this poem you're highlighting anger. You know, and for black men especially, we don't get the benefit of the doubt. You know, I got a brother that's like, he's taller than me. I'm 6'3". My brother got to be about like 6'5". And and I be telling, he gets upset a lot. You know what I'm saying? He be talking, he gets very passionate. And I be telling him like, man, you ain't no little dude. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be aware of how people are looking at you from the outside. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can be intimidating people. You can, you know, you putting yourself a target on your back. In our community, I think anger is one of the things that's most detrimental. You know, for being a black man, something that if you can't control your anger, you can get yourself in a lot of shit. As many people behind the wall, you know, ain't never coming home no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they couldn't control that. And then you talked about the alcohol, you know, the alcoholism. You know, I remember back in the 90s, you had so many people coming through prison because of Cisco. I don't know if y'all know what Cisco is, you know, but this cheap ass, you know, tastes like Kool-Aid, but then you don't know what you done did. You done fought the whole Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? You find yourself in the pens and you like, what the hell done happened? You don't know what done happened. You know, it's not two things that mix as well. You know, and the anger, what you talked about was the progressive anger. How you experienced it as a child, and then you said, well, look, this shit gets shit done. It gets shit done. You know? And I thought this just so thought-provoking, man. This piece was crazy, man. It was crazy. My best friend. I thought it was a dope poem, man. Payne, what you thought about it?
Geronimo's an excellent storyteller. I've always thought that. And just to double up on what Black said, it's your perspective on average, not the average thing, but I just like to always hear your take on things, because you have a very creative way of taking things and turning them into something like this. This was excellent storytelling. I was really engulfed in the flow of you telling the story, and the way it ended was really like, wow. Um, yeah, Geronimo, man, keep doing what you do, man. I always look forward to hearing what you come with in any space, man. So I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it. And the slide shit, man, that's true life. You know, me joining the gang, that's true life, man. You know, so and I was literally 6 years old when that happened. That was the first time that I felt trapped, and that's how I responded. You know, and I think we all got a whole lot of stories that we forget to tap into, to, you know, just not just to create art, but for us to materialize our experiences. So this is one of them pieces for me. But I thank y'all for listening. I thank y'all for the kind words and the feedback.
Most definite, King. Yeah, that was profound, man. Very thought-provoking, man. Word, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Payne. We got time for the intermission. We got time. Maybe a couple of more.
Always been a fan of that brother Penn, man.
Yeah, most def, man. Most def, man. For real, for real. So who we got next on the mic?
Next on the mic is Paul.
You went on mute like you don't gotta let me know who's the next person on the mic. All right, let's bring Paul on up to the stage, man. What's going on, brother Paul?
Okay. Now I'm in music. Okay. What's going on now, man? Y'all poetic.
Yes,
Tonight
my
was
brother.
the first night I've heard you spit. And bro, it won't be the last. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Most definite, King. What you got for the people tonight?
I got a little something called Why Do You Fear My Greatness?
Say that again. Say that one more time.
Why do you fear my greatness?
Why do you fear my greatness? I'm loving the title.
Appreciate that. There is something so heinous it defies being given a proper name. Even still, I gotta say my piece, even if it's merely to vent. This thing, when viewed in its total hate, its totality, hate is its master. It follows hate with blind loyalty, openly, shamelessly, for the entire world to see. And you could best believe this thing was not heaven sent. The world sees you for what you are, parasites, a vampiric ills of sorts. Surely you have proved yourselves as imps rated among Satan's greatest cohorts. Deceptively, you embrace your intended victim and then viciously sink deep your fangs of demonic greed. As usurpers, you suck dry, decimate, defecate, defile, and destroy. Then, like a swarm of locusts, after your destruction, you're then off to the next. And ooh, the lies you tell, and unbelievably actually believe. Obviously, you're possessed or hexed. You, quote unquote, discover a land where you are benevolently embraced in love. But all you saw was the land's wealth. So you massacre, biologically attempts to eradicate. You didn't see the love extended. You instinctively met love with hate. Once you realized you could not erase that strong indigenous race, you created reservations. And in America, slavery was born and accepted so quickly that it abominably became the norm. Your satanic studies showed you the error of your ways. So, moving forward, your sole purpose and intent was to cut out the rest and just enslave. Eventually, unto the motherland of Africa you slithered, astounded, emasculated, and shamed by the regal, civilized, glistening Nubian kings and queens you encountered, who to you seemed oblivious to the natural wealth of that land. Then, true to your nature, once again, it reared its ugly head, and millions of Nubians were soon to be dead. Dead to the generational wealth of wisdom, wealth of morals, and the wealth of the symbiotic lifeline to Mother Africa. You took Nubian kings and queens, God's original man, a race born from the dust of that same land from which God blessedly created Adam, the first human and Nubian man. And you dared to label them as property, chattel, even less than the family dog. You fed them from the scraps you wouldn't feed your pet, chicken feet, and the guts and the ears of the pig and such. And we turned it into delicacies, and we mentally survived and physically thrived in slavery, as did you. When you stole your quote unquote properties, medical wisdom, and inventions and patented them for yourself, proving your arrogant and godless sense of superiority, ironically was birthed by the theft of your chattel's intelligence. The brilliance of the Nubian race was and is the source of your ill gained wealth. Your claim to relevance and fame comes from the greatness of those you have sucked dry. If you could ever jackhammer and chisel the hatred that surrounds your heart, you would drop to your knees and pray God to allow you a do over and afford you a brand new start. Because nothing, it seems, is beyond the depths of degradation that you would go to feed off and breed off and need off the greatness of others. For me, personally, the most prolific turbulence birthed from your existence is hatred and your arrogance. Every sect, tribe, or race, upon your initial contact, You are met with respect and benevolence. Doors open to you to share with you, to break bread with you. But your quote unquote wisdom and wisdom are perfect examples of what is wise and unwise. Instead of learning how to fish, during that time in your existence, growing and learning in humility and grateful pride, your wisdom dictated you steal the fish, claim it as your very own, caught by your own hands. As with the generational symbiotic coexistence that died for so many victims of the hatred you injected and infected, like with your discovery of this beautiful inhabited land. Truth upon truth are there plainly for all to see. Some purpose purposely disguised, but most are blatantly, convictingly, arrogantly, even proudly celebrated and taught. So arrogant, you exposed your hypocrisy and unethical democracy, thinking you and you alone had the wisdom to perceive that in truth it was your master who in the Garden of Eve, in the garden approached Eve. So long is your history filled with evidence of how you stole, plagiarized, and deceived. All I can say that would be of any merit or usefulness is I love you and I forgive you. Yet there is one question I must ask of you. Why do you fear my greatness? Poem.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Let me talk. All right. I'm going to tell you why, bro. This piece reminds me of a piece of mine called Who Are You? That's the vibes I got when I was listening to this piece, man. It's an accountability poem, okay? It's a poem where we basically looking at we putting you on trial. We got you in the witness stand. We asking you some questions. When you said you slivered yourself to I'm paraphrasing. You said you slivered yourself to the mother continent. Yo, man, that whole analogy you did with the fish, we like, yeah, nah, this is my fish. I know you've caught it, but this is my fish now. Bro, I love this piece. Man, it's an accountability poem. It's a poem that brings attention to the fact that, yeah, I'm talking to you. We all know what you've done, and we bringing it to attention, man. I had to jump out and talk about this poem because it really, 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 it really inspired me, man, and I appreciated this, man. Thank you for sharing this piece, Paul. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, man. This piece reminded me of Who Are You? I had to jump out.
Yeah, this was one of those pieces, man. Why you fear my greatness? You had made mention, as I was writing this down, you had made mentions like, I don't know if it's serendipity, whatever you want to call it, but you had made a reference to wealth of wisdom. And at that moment when you had said that, I was writing down treasure chests of wealth of wisdom in this poem. Knowledge, accurate, details about what happened. And a lot of times, people forget. You brought light to the patterns. America is a strong country, man. Superpower. You know why? You know what I'm saying? The things that they were first in doing, the industrial America, Henry Ford being creating the automobile or whatever the case may be, all these things, the Wright brothers creating the airplanes, first ones to fly, which is all bullshit. A lot of times, man, you go back and you search history, a lot of those patents of a lot of inventions, some of the inventions we get credit for, but a lot of them that we don't, came from black minds. And to add insult to injury to try to convince a people that they're less than because of the color of their skin, which everything that you owe to this country to be great in came from us. And I'm not just saying that just to be cocky or disrespectful. It's the truth. You know, look at the music. Look at the music. You know, everybody want to come to America and party. You know what I'm saying? All of these genres of music come from us, from our struggle, from our pain. It all comes from us. You know, and that concept, like Lupe said in one of his tracks, he said how native caretakers could barely understand how can land be owned by another man. And then he went to the analogy, is the air run by the birds? Do the fish run the sea? You know, to claim ownership of something that was already here, that you discovered something that was already there. It's crazy, you know? And it speaks to the kind of, you know, atrocities for people who don't know what we've been through in this country. I thought this was a plethora of just different examples of the hardship that we had to go through, and how, you know, because they say history is written by the victor. You know, how, you know, we come to have this such a lowly point in history. And they try to just keep it in our forefront, where they saying, oh, you were slaves. This is not, slavery is just a small part of who we are as a people. That was a minor bump as far as legacy is concerned. You know, like the greatness of us and who we are, and to deliberately try to marginalize the people and say that you're less than is crazy, man. It's crazy. And then try to assume the image of the shit they created. It's crazy. But this poem right here was very thought-provoking, my brother. You know, being the fact that it is Black History Month. Poems like this is just relevant no matter what time of the year it is. But to hear this type of piece during this time, you know, it means a little bit more. And I thank you for coming through, sharing that, brother. Really, really look forward to hearing more of your work.
Oh, most definitely. I appreciate the platform tonight. I also have to thank Mama O for sending me the information about the show tonight. And I really wasn't sure what I was going to do until I heard Elizabeth spit her piece. And that's what clinched the deal with this one. So thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, that was fire.
But, I appreciate the platform. And Sunday night, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, if y'all ain't doing nothing, come on by the Inspiration Factory. That's where we do poetry through praise. But we're going to talk about love tomorrow. 319-527-6300. Press 1 to get on the mic. I'd love to hear from you guys.
Throw that in the chat, too. So throw the number in the chat so that people can know about it.
Got you. Most definitely. Once again, appreciate the platform, Kings.
Most definitely. Thank you. Appreciate you too, King.
Brother. Thank you.
One love, one mic. God bless you all.
Right, man. This was the first half. This was the first half to remember, man. You know what I'm saying? This was the first half to remember. You know what I'm saying? That piece right there was it. That was it.
Facts.
We got.
Listen, bro. We might as well go into intermission. Try to see some more of this dunk contest. Oh, we might as well go into intermission.
Man, you don't mean, I don't mean got it on and all that. I don't mean you throwing it in my face and all that, man.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, bro. All right, yeah. Oh, I ain't watching it either. I ain't watching.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure you're not. Sure you're not.
I'm not watching anything. I'm just focused on what we're doing here tonight. Listen, we're about to go into intermission, y'all. I see you, Elizabeth. We're about to go into intermission. If you want to get on mic, please put iron in the chat. We stop. We close the queue at 11:30.
Promptly.
And we appreciate y'all for rocking out with us, man. P Black, I'm glad you back. Let's go into this intermission while I don't watch this dunk contest.
All right, man. We about to get into it. I am who I say I am. Flaws on display. Today I know what that means. It's the ability to endure. It's the ground floor that defines us. Our ascensions is only honorable mentions in the grand scheme of things. I guess we're all looking for the shiny things to personify us. Whereas the reality is our personal perceptions may not meet the reflections of the masses. And you would ask this, why would we care? But we do. So we pursue these expectations, then ensue its consequences, and thus before long, we're statistics, set in stagnant standards, the infinite hamster wheel or infinite rat race. Still rodents, we scrap and scurry to the next trophy or the lack thereof, anything to validate us, never mind if they violate us. We keep face, we keep the pace, and we keep the chase. The chase is what's at stake, so we embrace it, have faith in our delusions, so now it's gospel. But what do we do with the resentment? Burrowed deep within like moles, the holes more pronounced, harder to conceal as they reveal that of which we're ashamed. So really, what's the aim? If we can't frame who we are without breaking the mirror, without the terror of seeing our own reflection, seeing the reasons why we face our demons, and they're beautiful. They don't define us. They find us at our most vulnerable state with acceptance. Despite our vices, in spite if we cut our noses, despite our faces, there's space to be present. And it's beautiful. Spiritual even when we're uneven. There's an honest truth that gives us peace. And I'd bleed to have it. For 1 second, relishing its splendor. No mask, no facades, no pride to subside, no egos to circumvent, just this truth. And the proof of it all, that we all fall from grace, faced with disgrace at some point in time, but this time is specific. Whether right, wrong, or indifferent, today I'll be consistent with me. Today you'll be accountable for the stones you throw, for the lies you've told, for all of your inconsistencies, subtle and blatant. Take responsibility for these vacancies of which you used to reside. How dare you hide your hands? How dare you justify false narratives in the name of naivety? Call upon the Most High to witness your blasphemy. Have you no shame? Blame the world for your decisions to make you sleep at night, but tonight is your reckoning, where it all comes to a head. That which is dead cannot encompass the living. Today I am vindicated with this healing, and I release you in all capacities. From your wayward delusions to all of your convenient excuses, this abuse will cease. This beast will starve. Carve these memories out of my psyche. Protect my offspring from this redundancy. This curse has been broken, and this poem is its token that each word spoken shall come to pass. Not one jot or tittle misplaced. Be these stanzas upheld, and until you do right by me, everything you erect will fail. You can't sell this regret, nor purchase redemption. Your salvation is contingent upon your intentions, so let it be. Perhaps we can find a road in which we can be redeemed, yet that remains to be seen. And I hope you get this. And in the meantime, I'll love you from a distance, which is more than you deserve. So much more than you deserve.
embodiment of everybody sent to the depths of the sea, who drown, lungs bursting, thirsting to be free. Dark skinned beings being deployed into the darkness of the abyss. This is where I exist, in the mist, where I persist. The spirits I inhale empty the veil. Demons will test you when stressful, then aim to possess you, mocking God while tempting to bless you, using words to spell cast. You know the part, the flow, the spark, microphone blown apart. Fuck. Pardon the French, Bonaparte, still raw, tear flesh and bone apart, my God. Mind of a God body while in God's body. It's the gods that I embody, no matter who you name, son, even if you name the sun. Whichever flame or fire, I'm the same one. Combo. 5 shells, same gun. They try to divide us, we remain one. I've known a lot of poets since they were kids. I said I've known a lot of poets since they were kids. But they ain't remain one. Combo. Ain't no I in that. My team, well, ain't no I in that. Our spot, I see you eyeing that. Come through, find me wherever they sharpen iron at. When you spit, I want to mute that shit. I've been holding my peace so long, I'm about to shoot that shit. What that pen do? Cultivate content people are into. Can it sell out a venue? What's the bragging rights about? When your pen writes, well, there ain't nothing to brag about. I lay my life on the line, meaning it's my life on these lines. Every piece from me, a piece of me. I often find departed parts of myself in crumbled pages. Ain't no second drafts in the chapter of life. I am the muted voice of the noose, the neck. My heart beats the drum of the rebel. I am my master's nightmares. I am my great, 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 great grandfather's daydream. I am ancestral joy deployed. I am the life they never enjoyed. I am hidden joy, the boy taught to read became me. They are we. I am the embodiment of everybody sent to the depths of the sea, who drowned, lungs bursting, thirsting to be free. Dodging in pain.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we back. Had a little technical difficulties there, but we made it through, man. You know what I'm saying? First time back getting in the saddle.
Lab, bro, you dropping tracks, you got tracks and all that.
Yeah, man, I was in the lab, man. You know, I was in the lab, man. I got some more too, man. I was in the lab, man. I was cooking some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? You put a poet with a piece of paper and a pen, things is gonna happen, man. But yeah, that piece right there called Love from a Distance. That's a very for me, a liberating piece. I was going through some things, man. I think that piece right there liberated me from a lot of the bullshit I was going through. And yeah, man. But yeah, I've been writing though. But yeah, man, we ready to get the second halves going?
Yeah, we're gonna keep this soul train rolling, man. Next on the mic is Saint Nehemiah.
Oh man, let's just bring Saint on up to the stage, man. I ain't heard Saint on there. What's going on, Saint?
Hey man, I'm chilling, enjoying the night, man. Everybody's pieces are fire, especially y'all last two pieces, man. Those are crazy.
Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, man.
So I wanted to do a piece called Freedom. It's a new write. So it goes like this.
We might have.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, brother. The mic is yours.
Oh, okay, my bad. So this poem is called Freedom. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams, because I haven't bought into the lies of our enemies, nor have I taken sides with our enemies, nor have I forgotten that we still have enemies, both inside and out, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. In other words, I am not hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, or flat out deceived. Neither am I anyone's coon, Uncle Tom, Jive Turkey, or a token Negro. In other words, I am not a Mason, neither do I belong to anyone's fraternity. I am reaching for eternity. So, no, I am not a Republican or a Democrat, nor do I belong to any branch of white Western Christianity. I am not compromised. Neither will I compromise. Neither do I negotiate with terrorists. I am completely led by the Holy Spirit and the Bible alone. So if you don't like what I'm saying, cry me a river. Go home. Because I'm not going along with this culture. This is the voice of real revolution, and I want freedom. Real freedom. Chains and boats, crops and ropes, unjust laws and gun smoke. Bow! Then the wise old man said, rocking in his chair, until you're ready to die for it, you'll never have your freedom. So I looked him right in his eyes and I said, give me freedom or give me death. Then another man asked, how did these die? Well, he died on the boat ride here. And this one, they pulled limb from limb in front of his whole family. And this one, they hung him and then set him ablaze after removing his genitals. And this last one, they shot dead, emptying all 3 magazines. Witnesses say it sounded like a firing squad. All of these black and brown bodies are all clearly dead, but the tears still flow from their face like a river. I've tried my hardest to let it go, but everything in my spirit is saying no. And the tears still flow like a river. But now they are unseen in the heart of every black and brown revolutionary. There lies the invisible ink written on their pupils that can only be seen when their tears fall from their eyes. It reads, Father, forgive us. You were right. We will do it your way. Please lead the way. And breathe into us the promised wind and deliver us once again from this last captivity and bring us back into the land of our nativity, lest our adversaries think themselves to actually have this victory. Shh. Can you hear it now? The sounds of freedom. The people are shouting, our God will deliver us. He did it before, he'll do it again. Because now we are no longer scared of the barrels of their guns, and we no longer want a seat at their table or even eat at their table. We want freedom, and we want freedom now. Real freedom. Say it with me. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams, and no, I am not gang banging or twerking on anybody's television screen. Say it with me. I am worth more than that. But I am still haunted and tormented by the screams of yesteryear of our ancestors' boat ride here and the continual genocide that still takes place right here in the USA. Black history, black history, black history. Did you know during the slavery that New Year's Day was one of the worst days of the years for slaves because it could be the last day that they ever seen each other, but yet we don't know the history. And when our parents or our teachers try to tell it, they keep trying to tell the bright sides of history, but yet a day that should be turned into a day of mourning for us at least, we celebrate with our captors, their new beginnings to their false gods. What are you really celebrating? No, I understand them. I said you. There's still more work to do. We still need liberation. They still owe us reparations. But more than anything right now, we need God's participation. But we must repent to get that. We have to turn back to our God. Not like they taught us, but as the Bible really teaches us. Because I'm done voting, marching, and begging this new Pharaoh to change his laws. I'm ready to die for my freedom now. Because I don't know about you. I'm tired of this illusion of freedom. I want real freedom. No more chains, boats, crops, ropes, unjust laws, and gun smoke. Bah! Then the wise old man said, rocking in his chair, until you're ready to die for it, you'll never have your freedom. So I looked him right in his eyes and I said, give me freedom or give me death. Say la.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the Mongo.
Yeah, Saint, you get the trilogy with that right there, man. You get the Don DeMarcos, the horns, and all that, man. Yeah, man. That was it right there. Freedom. Reminds me of that piece from Slangston. Nigga, you ain't free, you dumb. This shit right here go hard, man. The whole thing about the enemies, man. That whole stanza about the enemies. How you still see them as enemies. You know, it reminds me of this, I forgot where I heard it from, but I heard this guy talking, and he was saying that he said if a people conquer you, this victory of theirs will be forever if you don't see them as your enemy. And if you see them as your enemy, this victory of theirs will be short-lived. You know, because there will never be a time where, we ain't got no time for no integration. We ain't got no time for we trying to make it right and kumbaya. You came here, you conquered me, and I'm going to get my lick back. This poem right here, man, it spoke a lot about that, and it spoke about your convictions. Your convictions as a scribe, as a poet, man. And this was a powerful piece, bro. This was a powerful piece, man. Like, really powerful piece, man. I felt it. It was so many gems in it. And the delivery was right on point. You know, and I felt full. You know what I'm saying? Because you be doing short pieces at times. But I felt full, man. You know what I'm saying? This was it right here, man. Great job, St. Nehemiah, man. For real, great job, man. Payne, what you thought about it?
Again, man, this is one of them accountability poems, man. I'm feeling the vibes up in here, man.
Yeah,
I'm feeling
man.
real abolitionist vibes up in here tonight. I'm feeling it, man. I definitely second Black man with I just like I just like the accountability in this poem, man, and calling people out on their shit, man, and just paying recognition to the type of atrocities that we've gone through to get where we are, man. And I just really appreciated you coming through with this piece, Saint Nehemiah.
Yeah, this was it.
Thank you, bro, for the feedback.
Most deaf, bro. Yeah, this was hard, man. This was hard, man. This was hard right here. Yeah, this is a poetic Black vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the Black in me, B. Make it so hard to shine, B. Oh, man, I'm feeling the vibe, man. Let's go, man. Let's keep the train going, man. Who we got next on the mic?
It looked like Boo left. So that means next on the mic is Lexi.
Oh, let's bring Lexi on up to the stage.
You want to buy some death sticks? There's 4 smokes left in the packet. There's 7 of us, but Twigs is only 6 or 9 or whatever. And Matt's a fucking weirdo. He wouldn't even touch himself. I said he won't touch a square. He doesn't smoke or drink, and he's still a virgin. Will the real slim nerdy sit down way the fuck over there? We're only one short, so I strike a match and inhale a hit of jaded smoke. Breathing nicotine as my heart rate hops at a new pace. Tobacco burnt the butt. Took that shit to the face. Now the poison frog about to croak. So I pull loose another Lucy and push it in my pocket, feeling kinda gay for putting a fag in my jeans, but this way nobody will know that I copped it. You don't want to sell us death sticks. Ziggy stuck between my lips. Strut my stuff, still a stealthy puff. Cough as I stamp out the cherry. One choke is too many. This girl gets choked up enough. I smoke for sex appeal. Just the tip, just for tips. A star blaze, burning bright lips, lashes, heels, nails, and hips. Lucky strike, lucky streak, break into song and dance, super freak. But it's the cig that's for show, show off, show girl, the only star. Like my ciggy, I'll suck fast, finishing with prepaid time. Let's go. Returning the prop after snapping some smoky eye pics. 1.5 cigs left over, staring back from the pack like a couple of pricks. You want to go home and rethink your life. Jot on one side. A systematic star calling card. I'm sure we come off as both head and hair fried. I laugh to myself and lower bowl with a shard. I consider the shadows and how they entered my vision. I contemplate smoke as a portal to the shadow dimension. Maybe a direct line to shadow meth being cooked in a lab in some shadowland kitchen. I wonder if Shadow Indigo goes through Shadow version simultaneously switching. I switch the untouched stogie for a crumb of clear and stash my last before I start glitching. Lexi's kinda a bitch, but she's my bitch, and the drugs will redirect her reckless bitchin'. I don't want to sell you test. Snuck to the front, just to take a rare, ill-advised peek. Already ill with constant nausea, 'cause everybody else insists that they tweak. Great. Between the crystalline gel cells and cancerous coffin nails, our breath and clothes both fucking reek. I'm going back to my room before I see somebody who might expect Matt's voice of reason to speak. I want to go home and rethink my life. The sinful queen of this pride. The reigning goddess of head, no pun intended, but shit's already been said. Like things I overheard and oversaw, and I don't mean Jade's lesbianic urge to eat pink. I overestimated the ability to cooperate Kokon. I can only count on fagged out fragments to miscount and underthink. Crystals and speed. The night eagle flies freed. I burn through one cig to honor the inner kid, then one more in remembrance of the sacrificial bitch we burned for our bid. Half a stick with our lip print given as gratitude to Mother Earth, sigil revisited yearly. Or alternatively, one altar must be offered up equal worth. For much came from the harvest. Much must be rebalanced anew. Out of one sacrifice, 7 lives started. Into the dreams of one, 7 entities grew. Performers, princes, pets. Complete, yet they're broken. Shadows dance free from the flames to the persons who woke them. Each with a matching rhythm to the brain magic prayers prior spoken, 7 shattered souls. One sacrificial altar, smoking.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the Mongo.
Listen, Lexi. Man, I like how you write, but it's your cadence. You really know how to manipulate your cadence when it comes to whatever poem that you recited. But that whole part after you, I don't remember something about the portal, shadow, the shadow dimension. That whole part when you got into the shadows, I love that, man. That was epic poetry. I really, really dig what you do with your pen black, man. What's up?
Yeah, man. What's the name of this piece, Lexi?
This piece is just like I gotta check because I never be naming my pieces after things that like make sense. Unconventional ceremonial convention.
Unconventional ceremonial convention?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I agree with Payne. Like, you do have a way in your cadence, the way you deliver the poem. But besides that, the writing itself is on an elevated level. you do have a way, like the whole cigarette scheme. You know what I'm saying? How you play with the fag in your jeans, and that was dope. It was a crazy play on words, and you exhausted the theme to it. Like, you went through so many different metaphors going with the cigarette, and then just the storytelling. Like, this is something that you can enjoy hearing, but at the same time, if you read it, you be like, wow, because the level of writing is there. And since you've been coming to this show, man, you never disappoint. You never disappoint, and this was no exception. This was a profound piece, man. I love the way that it was delivered, and I just love the construction of it. You know, this is elevated writing, and you know it when you hear it. And this was you did a great job. You did a great job.
Thank you both so much. I love coming in and hearing the feedback, so I appreciate you both.
Most
Thank
definite.
you for the
Most
space,
definite.
and welcome back again, Black.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Oh man, this been a phenomenal night of poetry. What you think,
Facts.
Payne?
Facts. Lexi, we appreciate you. Facts, bro.
Yeah, man. We getting close to that time. You want to get to tell the people to
Yeah, listen, 11:30, the queue will be closed. So if you ain't put iron in the chat yet, you need to do so before then, because we're not gonna hear you if you don't.
Oh man, who we got next on the mic, man? This
All right, I
might
hope I
be
don't
crazy.
botch this up. Next on the mic is Saint Moche. I hope I said that right.
Saint Moche. Moshe. We'll find out. Welcome to the show.
Okay, I said it right.
Yeah, you said it right. It's Moshe.
All right,
Yeah.
cool,
Moshe. Okay.
bro.
How you doing,
Thank you
King?
for coming through.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for having me. It's my first time up here, I think.
All right. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
I
to
don't
hearing what
see
you
you
got.
with a red ticket, so I was thinking, but I'm pretty sure I would have remembered your name, and so I'm glad you made it through here, man. We looking forward to hearing you.
This is another saint. We got Saint Nehemiah. Now we got Saint Moshe. I definitely want to hear it. I want to hear where you coming from, brother.
Yeah, Saint Nehemiah is my boy. That's my friend.
Y'all do sound alike. I didn't want to just put it out there like that, but y'all do sound alike. Maybe y'all from the same place or whatever, but y'all definitely sound alike.
Man, right on. Hey, well, this is a new piece I wrote. It's called Whoa.
Whoa. All right. Let's get it, brother.
All right. Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. You will soon receive pain where you once had mirth. And like a travailing woman suffering in birth, you shall cry and cry as you go from plenty to dearth. Woe, woe, woe unto you wicked of the lands, and to all the sellouts who fall into their hands. That which is then is now, so history demands that you always show up in the sands of time. But this is the bottom line. Yes, the divine design. God's prophecy is history, forever entwined. Woe to you, you wicked in the lands. The day of the Lord's anger comes, and who shall be able to stand? I know who. If you a saint and you know it, clap your hands. But all you who sit in the darkness to lead the world wrong with the hidden hand, you shall not stand. And as you make your homes in the clefts, as your ancestors did, even there you can't hide from God's plan. Woe, woe, woe unto you lost souls who call evil good, who treat your brothers as foes, who hold hands with the enemy, who once gave you many blows, who sprayed you with a fire hose, who fed your bodies to the crows. So many woes for you traitors to your race. Brand new Judases, giving your oppressor an embrace, even giving him the kingdom that God gave you. Huh. So what God gave you, you forsook. I never thought I'd see Jacob give back what he took. Woe to you, lost souls. I pray you have ears to hear. You forsake a culture so near and dear, a culture from our Father, an insight to his ways. For what? Oh, I know. Your enemy's culture and pagan holidays. Woe unto my brothers and sisters. Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Will the king find faith or senseless mirth? When he returns, will you be faithful and true? Or will one of these woes apply to you? Selah.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Whoa. All right. All right, Moshe, Saint Moshe. I see you coming in and you laying it down, man. I really dug the conviction in this piece. And you know, when you first said whoa, you know what I'm saying? I know some people thought about, you know, the Black Rob, whoa. I'm like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? But the whoa that you're using is a very powerful whoa. You know, very powerful whoa. You know, to be aware, to make yourself aware, take caution of, you know, and throughout this piece you express that, you know. I really dug the convictions, man. I really dug the stance of where you're spitting from, you know, putting people on to what's going on. You know, a lot of things divert us. A lot of things, you know, distracts us at times. You know what I mean? And a good reminder is beautiful to have. And this was powerful, man. This was a powerful piece, man. It's very thought provoking. What you thought about it, Payne? You on mute, bro.
My bad. I dug the conviction of the poem. And I I too thought when he said "whoa," I was thinking more like
I know you was thinking about Black Rob. I know you was thinking about that.
I was thinking WHOA, but I'm very familiar with "woe" in the biblical sense. Woe to those who fill it in. But I dug that. I just, you know, you said it was a new piece, so I look forward to hearing it again when you get a little bit more comfortable with the piece. But I definitely felt the vibe of the piece and the conviction in the poem, man, and I appreciate you coming through sharing that.
Thank you all. Thank you for the feedback and thank you for having me.
Most definite, King. Most definite. You peoples with Saint Nehemiah. Saint Nehemiah, man, he got, you know what I'm saying? He hold weight over here, man. You know, that was a powerful piece, man.
That's my brother, you know. That's my inspirational brother.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Oh man. All right, Payne. All right, man. The train is coming to an end.
P Black, you're my inspirational brother.
All right, bro. Who we got next coming on the mic, man? Remember, there's only 15 more minutes to put that iron in the chat. So if you're gonna put iron in the chat, throw it in the chat so you can definitely get up on the stage. Well, who we got next, bro?
Next on the mic is Omari, man.
His brother.
Pen, man. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, man. Bring that brother on up to the stage. What's going on, Omari? How you doing, brother?
Yo, what up, though, man? It's good to see you back in action, brother. I was praying for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it, my brother. All the prayers and the well wishes, man. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, Brittany Payne was holding it down, man, while you was gone.
Yeah, man. I heard, man. People was giving me reports and all that, man. Tell me what the show was doing, man. But my brother held it down, man. He came, he held it down, man. I think all the people that came through, man, showed love too, man. Definitely.
Omari, I appreciate you for that, man, because everybody else that came up here was basically making me feel like, you know, I was running the show in syndication. So I appreciate you, Omari.
doubt. All right. So should I just get into the piece here?
All right, what's the name of the piece first?
It's called 7 Reasons.
Southern Reasons?
7 Reasons.
Oh, 7 Reasons. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
7
You got the
Reasons.
mic, bro. When you ready, we ready, bro.
All right, let's get it.
All right. 7 reasons you should not masturbate with Vicks Vapor Rub. This is my living testimony. 1, to start out with the most painfully obvious, that shit burns like a motherfucker. 2, surely no one has to know except for that weird dude in the mirror who will always remember your lowest level of testicular desperation. 3, if a man just has to cry, this should not be the reason. Your dick doesn't need decongestant. 4, when you get the clamoring, stalking fire of this demonic ointment down your pee hole, the incendiary flushing of the unholy purification will render you unnaturally animated. Then, here comes the prayers. The embarrassing prayers, the new leveled up promises to God, prayers that surprise you while you are already living the most surprising moment of your life. Prayers like, "Dear God, I know you have jacked off before too, so please do not forsake me." Or God, if I'm ever granted an opportunity to send my unmarried penis into vaginal exploration mode again, I will refrain from the highest level of consensual invites, even if I land myself onto an all Wakanda warrior woman planet known for clean, no holds barred, always available fucking. 5, just after you have chosen to be a terrorist to the only sperm dispenser that God will ever give you, you will probably get a loud knock at the door. It will be the police. The neighbors called them. Yes, you were screaming that loud. 6, I don't want to die. Not during the very time I chose to use the only available lube in the house, only for loved ones to find my brain and heart dead, but discover my dick death clenched in my hands, still twitching like what is left of Lauryn Hill's career. 7, I never wanted to be a sex addict. I never wanted to be addicted to anything so much that it controls me into making obviously bad decisions. I never wanted to know addiction from any position beyond what I already knew. To me, addiction is like a father, one that I love, the only one I know, the one that I could never help. He was the self-medicating hero whose first hit, first needle, first smoke never stopped. I saw my addiction coming early, so I promised myself one thing. For the rest of my life, everything will be in moderation. Knowing that addiction is in my blood, I have to be careful. I found myself seeing my father in the mirror when I think about having a drink at home alone. I never liked the taste of liquor, but I love the relaxation. I don't think I will ever fall in love with alcohol because of the trauma my father thrusted upon my life, but if I'm honest, women have been my addiction. And much like my father's alcoholism, I'm sure that my inability to stick and stay has hurt women who have loved me. I guess I treated them like gin on ice. Maybe shot glass sex scenarios can become more than gratification. If I'm honest, I didn't understand love or how to achieve it. To keep it real, I found the scent, the touch, and the feel of a woman to be so intoxicating that I was really hoping that a woman's vagina would satiate me and medicate me. And if I had not lost my dad years ago, I probably would have never unpacked my issues and made the connection, even though my first warning sign turned my dick a different color for a few weeks. So here I am, another poem about my dad, another poem about my dick, and another poem to find my therapy. And at the end of it all, I still wouldn't mind fucking my dysfunction away.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Yeah, man, this right here was fire. This was fire. This was fire. I love it was the intro. Great comedic, introduction to lighten the mood and to to relax your listener, your audience. Cause I'm like, I thought this was going a whole nother way. And throughout the comedy, you know what I'm saying, you managed to touch light on, addiction. A serious issue that we deal with. And you're not the only one, brother. There's a lot of men, you know what I'm saying, that's addicted to women. You know what I'm saying? Addicted. And this was crazy, man. This was crazy. The Vicks Vapor Rub, that joint just took me. I was like, oh, snap. And then I was invested. I was invested in the rest of the poem. And I love the way you pivoted and brought it back to a topic that we can just think about. Very thought-provoking stuff that we can apply, you know? I thought this was a phenomenal job, man. And I thought the delivery was right on point in the setup, because I fell for the setup. I was like, yo, he just caught me with this one. But yeah, great job, Omari, man. Great job, man.
Nah,
Payne,
thanks, man.
what you
Thanks,
thought
man.
about it, Payne?
Appreciate it.
Bro, this man said testicular deprivation. I was done after that. I was done. I was done after that. This was great, man. This was witty as fuck. It was witty as fuck, man. And just the way I call it I don't call it that. It come from KRS-One. The way you edutain in this piece, where I'm laughing, but you also addressing an issue, man. This was excellent, man. This is very close to being my favorite piece of the night, man. And thank you for coming through and sharing that, man. I enjoyed this, man. Thank you, brother.
For sure, man. For sure. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you.
Definitely, man. Great job, bro. Yo, the vapor rub, that shit took me out. I was like, yo. I told you these 7 reasons. I thought the reasons was gonna be something, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this about to be some deep shit. Like 7 reasons why we are kings. 7 reasons why, you know what I'm saying? 7 reasons why we gonna overcome. And yo, that joint took me out. I was like, yeah, that was dope though. But I became invested after that. That was dope. All right, bro.
All right, so listen, y'all. By the time this next poet is done with their piece, hand raising will be closed. So if you're trying to get in there. Like
yeah, it's the last call. Last call for the bar. You want to get one last one for the road. Let's get it in there. All right.
Listen, dope female, if you're trying to get on the mic, just put iron in the chat and I got you. So by my documentation, next on the mic, First Lady of the Compo.
Oh, let's bring the beautiful Miss Light Skin on up to the stage. Let's go. Hello. The queen is here. What's going on?
And light to the family, man. What's going on with you? Welcome back, my brother.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good,
well,
man.
You sound amazing. And
I got my step back.
You stepping everything. You ain't missed a beat.
Oh, man. Thank you. What you got, Queen? I know it's about to get crazy right now. And I heard about a piece that you did. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the grapevine and all that, man. My ear was to the street.
You coming through to spit that joint that you
No.
man.
What piece?
I heard about this piece you did on the show, man, that you just came and just killed.
The name of it was a new joint you wrote.
New piece. But
okay.
Yeah, I heard about it. I'm just saying, it got to my ears, man. I don't know if you gonna spit that or you was gonna spit that. But I heard about this piece.
What's the name of that piece, Mo?
Wait, was it Mustard Faith?
I know.
I don't know if that's the name of it.
I know it's a new piece.
You just wrote it. It was a new joint. You came and spit it like 2 weeks ago.
Well, it's
Iron Sharpeth Iron.
It's 2 of them that I did.
Great. What's the name of the other one? I'll tell you.
Magic and Music.
Yeah, I think it was that. I don't know now.
Magic and Music. I'm with it. Let's go.
So wait, no, he don't even know which one it is. So since you've been gone a long time, I'm gonna let you decide. I wrote 2 new ones because I haven't been writing like that. And Magic and Music is one of them, and the other one is Mustard Faith. Now, I thought it would have been Mustard Faith that you wanted to hear, but I don't know now.
Well, Mustard
Which
Faith
This
one
one
is
was
you
bar
compelling.
heard?
heavy. It was bar heavy, man. I'm telling you. I don't remember. Just do your thing.
All right, I'm gonna do Mustard Faith because Spirit says just go with God, and
All
that's what
right,
we
let's
do.
go. Mustard's Faith. Let's go.
Spirit said just go with God, baby, just go with God. And this is Mustard Faith, and it goes like this. Told him, my faith is like a mustard seed. Could be small, but this God feels. It got legs, meaning I prayed from my head to my stead. My blessings in the lessons. Too many eggs in one basket, petite. I used to draw with my feet. Now I sketch like a nomad, walking distant lands like an implant or unit input retreat. I AI like Tesla, this Apple core. My principles build God first like a shore. They bank. Too many names, too many Orishas to thank. I chanced the rapper with my old holes. It was dank. The way I kept the faith, I monk or wank. No Morrison, this Moors. Two O's got them pores, not poles. I slide molecules into hydrogen, oxygen compounds. My genetic makeup creates sonic boom sounds. This DJ got turntables with cables linked to the spectrum. My vibes release the beast. This one is for the streets, for the heat, hellholes for the unright. The gods are real. Utilize the Orishas to heal. You see, Ifa is the foundation. They won't televise the revolution on your radio stations. They need you lost, diseased, confused, and painful disbelief. You atheists want proof? Grab a Bible and come taste this fruit. My apple tree has seeds. This my first take. I analogy my frames off the plate. I'ma drop a refrain. Don't hate the player, relearn the game. We pray, then we start our day. You must give your creator your gratitude, or the results will be lent by your constant attitude. You see, the energy never lies. We come to this plane to master, then die. Ask me how I know I have connections who's samurai. You think you navigate this plane by your lonesome? I beg to differ. Your ancestors laid the bricks before you. Now you can try to rebuild new bricks, or you can ease on down the yellow road. Even in Oz, the wizard was just a fable. This earth, so this isn't actually gonna be cable. TV, Optimum, Turner, I plug out just to plug back in. You see, we have lost too many soldiers. In wars, no one ever wins. This mustard faith is for all the kin. It matters not the color of our skin. You see, it's all about the magic that we hold within. And
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Mustard's Faith. Yeah, this was dope. You said I AI like Tesla. Said I AI like Tesla. Yeah, that was a bar. That was a bar. Yeah, this piece was fire, Mo. This piece was fire. The faith aspect, you know, because I guess it comes from that saying in the Bible, if you have a mustard seed of faith, you can move mountains. If you ever seen a mustard seed, a mustard seed. I'm a chef, so I you know what I'm saying. I work with mustard seed, and it's very, very, very small, which kind of sheds a light on how powerful faith is, how powerful it is to manifest. You need in faith. I thought this was profound and thought provoking. Very thought provoking. And it has some bars in it too. What you thought about it, Payne?
Thank you, King.
Yeah, this was dope. I think this was the piece I was talking about. This was dope, man. I like the part when you said you got samurais in your navigation. That was dope. Uh yeah, man. I appreciate you for coming through with this piece. I love. Thank you.
That's the first lady. It's the first lady of the compo. She didn't get that. She didn't get that position. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She just didn't get that. We didn't give her that position. You know what I'm saying? She had to earn that position. So, you know what I mean? All right, man.
Mad love to the family. Thank you, Kings.
Most definite, Queen. Most definite.
And welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for the prayers and the well wishes as well. You know what I'm saying?
You already know how we do.
Yeah, all day. You know what I'm saying? We family all day. All day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I appreciate you, Queen. All right, Payne. It's like we dwindling down.
The list is closed. I apologize if you didn't get that iron in before LM finished her piece. I do apologize. Next on the mic, Wolf I was in the building.
Okay. Let's bring Mouthport up to the stage, man.
Been living most our lives, living in the gangster's paradise.
What's going on, Mouth?
I just P Black, welcome back, my brother.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Feels good to be back. It feels good to be back.
But yeah, hey, yeah, my feels, man. I'm like, what is Black at, man? Nah, for it's good to have you back, man.
Ah man,
That's
feels
real
good
talk.
to be back, man. I seen some things going down, man. I've been having my ear to these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard the Cupid theme. The Cupid theme that went on over on Wolf Hours, man.
We had to get to it. Cupid came through with his goals.
Yeah, man. Cupid came through and shut shit down, man.
Cupid came through, but Cupid spoke his piece. So that piece though, he was hey, Cupid did he came with he came with that real, man. I ain't gonna lie. We had to squash the beef. You know what I'm saying? Because Cupid came 100. We had to respect that. But nah, I mean, some blood was shed before the piece was made. I missed it, man. I got there late. I missed it. Yeah, Payne was a little bit late, man. He missed all that, man. But I'm saying, yo, man, but Cupid came through, man. With that PC spit up, man.
Yeah, man. I heard it, man. It was silence.
Silence. No, Payne killed that shit, man. We had that much time to really put it together, and also shout out to Tender Miss and LC Lady Crucible, man, and Melissa Katana Gaze. They was in that shit on that shit too. At the last minute, like, let's get it. We had to go into an empty little room on Clubhouse and rehearse it and all that. Payne didn't get to do that. We had to improv his part, really. You know what I mean? We talked about it on the phone, but that shit was dope.
Yeah, it came through. It was very. It had a compo feel to it, man. It had a compo feel to it, man.
That's that Wolf Hours compo feel. That's what happens. That's what happens. No, for real, no. Hey, man, but yo, anytime you got Wolf Hours and compo, couple of them on a project, it ain't got no choice but to be dope.
Yeah, it was that was dope, man. That was dope. I ain't even gonna front. That was dope. I ain't gonna front. And the
Yeah,
improv,
yeah, so.
you know what I'm saying? Because you went real good with the improv. You know what I'm saying? You went real good with the improv. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right.
Yeah. We that shit. That hey, I was worried. I like, can we pull this shit off, man? Can we pull this?
Yeah, that joint was
We
dope,
pulled it
man.
off, man.
That
I mean,
was
the
dope.
wolves got down. They did their thing. Went to the little window. You heard little sound effects.
Yeah, the
It was
sound
dope.
effects, everything right on point, man. It was right on point, man. That joint was right on point.
Make sure y'all go check the replays
Yeah,
on that.
check that
Yeah,
replay
check
out,
the
man.
replays. Yeah, y'all check the replays. It was dope.
All right, what you got for
Man,
the
I'm
people, man? Know you
now I'm
gonna
gonna
spit
spit my
something.
Black History piece, man. We had this picture was the picture prompt for Wolf Hours, so we wrote to that. So I'm gonna spit that piece.
All right.
You know, if you want to know, just peep my PTR, you'll see.
Yeah, I got it right now.
All right, here we
I
go.
seen this picture too.
I
This
call it.
picture is dope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something
this
serious,
picture's
man.
dope. This picture's dope.
Shit serious. It's called Be the Change.
Be the change. Let's go.
All right. I could see my reflection in the curls of a hair. Bodies lay bare, burning and mangled, necks strangled by ropes held by the hands of pale onlookers as they stare, peering in the eyes of the parents of so many children who met their demise, and the image of their souls speak bold truth. The smell of strange fruit, that mild odorous scent populates the skies. A mother cries, "Why did this happen to my baby?" Shady dealings behind closed doors left us uncovered and exposed, barefooted, traveling on roads of broken glass, hoping to find an answer to all the questions left in the aftermath. Jehovah's hopefuls clash with minds of revolutionaries who say by any means necessary. Speeches made about ringing freedom while men and women were slain in city streets protesting peace, hungry for righteousness with no hands to feed them. You can see them in the curls of her hair. Eyes glare with hate as a young black girl takes the first step in an all-white school to integrate, surrounded by the Jakes, sworn to protect her while Polly waits with discontent meant to intimidate behind the gates. It's all fake. The system is manic, designed to cause panic, systematically, dramatically infused image of the dead bodies, bloody bodies of black youths lying in the street, broadcasting on our TVs and phone screens for all to see. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Me praying my kid will be free of this only to bear witness to the same lame ass bullshit. We are still looking to breathe truth's clean air with our nose stuck in America's sweaty armpit. They're the misfits. These pretentious half-wits got us fooled because our truth, they know where to go find it, but we don't. Unless you look in a book, but we won't. Insanity is defined as to keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. But who's to blame when you've tried every different thing, but the result hasn't changed? Oh, shit. About ready to hit the street with the heat. Let that thing bang, fire, cracker, oppressor, make his story, my story, scribe a different chapter, not new, but different. New don't do shit. Just have us in new chains and new shiny shackles in the same shit. But different is the opposite of same. It's holding your head up, not down in shame. And if we want to be in a different position, then we have to be the change that we want to see. Mouthpiece, what that mouth do? Wolf hours and iron sharpens iron. That's that then.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like
Down the Mongo.
Be the change. Be the change. Be the change you want to see in the world. This poem was fire, Mouthpiece. This was fire, man. This was fire. Cause be the change. You know, they used to say that statement, oh, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You can make it work. Nah, the goalposts keep on changing. You know what I'm saying? The goalposts keep on changing. They say they're gonna do something. Like I seen this one brother back in the, I guess back in the 60s. They had him like videotaped and he was talking. Like he was in the barbershop. You guys probably seen this. And he was like, you know, he said, we take you at your word. You say you're gonna be better, then be better. You know, you say you're gonna do something, do it. Honor your word. And the word has never been honored in this country, man. I seen this one sister, she did this poem and she was going off and she said at the end, she was like, you better be happy. It's equality we're looking for and not revenge.
Come on, somebody.
Now, it gets to that point, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets to that point, like, you keep on playing the same card. Like you got a person that's trying, because you can't tell me, man. You cannot tell me in this country, because our image right now, Black America. I'm not talking about blacks all over the world. I'm talking about Black Americans. We got this image, this stigma attached to us as though we're lazy, which is very fucking odd. Being the fact that all of your labor came from the backs of our ancestors for free.
For free.
Free fucking labor. But you have the nerve to say that we're lazy.
Under violence, man.
Indeed.
I mean,
and it didn't stop there.
But y'all was killing and beating us.
Yeah, it didn't stop there. We had to go through the slavery, had to go through the Jim Crow, then we go through the Reconstruction, then we go through the, you know what I'm saying, all the fucking shit that happened in the civil rights. Like, it was just, it's crazy. Shit on top of shit. And each time at each venue, you saying, okay, if you do this, you'll be accepted. If you do this, you'll be accepted. You do this, you'll be accepted. And it never comes because the goalpost keeps on changing. And it's poems like this, like Payne was talking about accountability. It's poems like this that need to be, they need to be heard, you know, because it's not just in our heads. You know what I'm saying? It's not just in our heads. Until everybody see the shit and speak out against it, that's when it would change. So we definitely got to be the change. Take accountability for the shit. You know, you see what's going on. Like, this is 2024. We still talking about this shit. It's crazy.
Still talking. Let me tell you something, man. Eventually, though, I ain't gonna front, brother. And I'm gonna say this shit. I'm gonna stand on business. All that talking and marching shit gonna have to go. It's gonna be time for some action, because
yeah, man,
we can't keep allowing these fuckers.
Tired of marching. That marching shit is over. And this day and age is over.
It's time for some action. Because I'm telling you, that's why I was like, man, I'm telling you, that line about taking this heat, hit the streets, that's real.
Yep, this is a sentiment of a lot of people.
Like you know what I mean?
A lot of people is getting to that point where they want to see immediate change. You can't. You can't, man. You can't blame. You can't blame. Like I'm gonna say this last thing. Like Tupac said this, man. And he said, it's like we knocking on the door and you got a whole bunch of food in there, and we ain't got no food, and we knocking the door, we singing, please let us in. We open up the door, we hungry, please give us some food, let us in. And then you open the door, you say, no, you ain't getting nothing. But in the background, we can see all the fucking meat and all the shit, all the festivities going on, and we knocking on the door like, please let us in, let us eat. He said at a point in time, it's gonna be like, man, fuck that shit. Get my gun, I'm blasting through the door, and it's whatever. It's whatever.
It's coming.
You see what I'm saying? And it's getting there, man. It's really getting there. So it's pieces like this that bring that type of awareness, man. But Payne, what you thought about it, bro?
Yeah, Mouth, man, I appreciate this piece, man. You get me in the military mindset. This piece, man. Give me the military mindset in this piece, man. Pointing fingers. There's accountability. We pointing fingers, man. It's you the problem. I like when you said,
We got our nose. I think you said we got our nose in America's sweaty armpit. Is that
Pit,
what you
yeah,
said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
yeah.
made me think
We try to.
about like that made me think about the Statue of Liberty. Like that bitch
Mm,
armpit fucking stink.
Funky as shit.
filthy,
Lady
filthy.
Justice, Lady Justice too. What justice can you administer when you can't even see? If you blind, you can't
Right.
see what the fuck is going on. How you going to administer justice? You
Ain't,
know,
Yeah.
ain't.
justice is blind my ass. You talking about?
So much there's so much contradiction in that statue. But
Yeah, that statue is crazy.
I appreciate you for coming through spitting that, man, because I know you live below the major Dixon, so I know you spit this, it could be burning crosses in your yard. You got problems with them folks down there,
No,
so
that's real.
you
That's real. No, because as a kid, I experienced that shit.
Mm,
Like being chased by these crazy looking white. I'm like a shorty, like 5. I'm like 8 years old. This grown ass man chasing us through the neighborhood with bricks and logs and shit. Nah, man,
mm,
that shit is real. So when I say this shit, I mean it. I'm
mm,
staying on business with mine. I'm telling you, it's coming a time though. Retribution gonna come. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be pretty, man. It's
mm-hmm.
not. You know what I mean? And some of these cats sitting up in here, all cozy and comfortable, but that shit ain't gonna be comfortable for your ass in a minute.
The coon is over
I'm
for
dead
you.
ass.
It's over for
I'm
you,
telling you,
coon.
man. And I ain't saying to be like aiming at Caucasians. I'm just saying the people who was aimed at know who was aimed at. You know what I mean?
You know what Sergeant
Period.
Waters said. Payne, you know what Sergeant Waters said. You know what I'm saying? In the soldier story. You know what I'm saying? He said, the time of the Geechee is over, nigga.
The day of the Geechee. The day of the
oh,
Geechee is dead.
It's dead, nigga. You over there sandboning and shit. Nigga, that's
Sergeant
dead.
Waters, man. Listen, Sergeant Waters was my favorite character in the Soldier Story. Mouthpiece, I appreciate you coming up here,
Yeah. All good.
spitting that piece, man. Thank you, brother.
Hey man, one love, one mic, man.
Most definite, brother. All right, Payne. We getting close to the end now. Or I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, there was a day when we appreciated you going upstairs
Thinking
singing
and
and yes,
dancing. Yes,
bossing.
a bossa. Yes, a master.
But the day of the Geechee dead, son.
That was a powerful part of that movie, man. Pivotal. All them Steve
Oh,
Harveys and
man.
shit.
All right. Coming up next, Taja.
Oh, let's bring Taj on up to the stage. Hey, Taja, how you doing?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I missed you.
I
Yep.
miss you too.
Buck
Now
wild.
I gotta tell you, bro, in your absence, Taja done got a little long-winded with the pen, bro.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man. She really, she been putting on length. She been putting on length on them poems, man. I gotta tell you, man, you missed out, bro. She been really, she ain't been doing that lazy shit no more. She been, you know what I mean? She been
Now,
getting to it.
now when I'm disrespectful, when I get there, don't be like, "Oh, you're so mean to me." That ass is grass.
I'm just speaking my truth.
Whatever. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yes, I am. When you got the
I wasn't
mic.
I was talking to poetic.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. I'm definitely ready, Queen.
Okay. In addiction, like pill capsules popped by handfuls, hallucinogens, consuming psychedelic nutrients, a cadence classified as exclusive, elusive, concealing like sweaters, then later revealed over projectors, mimicking movement, surviving by any measure. It gets better. Displaying dominance with ink pens, layering vowels and consonants, draping vocals like veils. Protective, thumbs puncturing cerebellums, separating fails from successes. I don't write recreational, only permanent statements that requires concentration and consideration. hesitation capable of creating playwrights on stationery. I'm the you're in all yet unable to make sense of it, no matter the length, talented. Markings from tear steams, creating streams upon contact, despite efforts of keeping it together. Quite the opposite. Agitation, shaking carbonation requires patience, anxiously waiting for precipitation to change desolated environments, subliminally heavy passing weight requirements, peaceful ironically, vibing, poetic philosophy, alphabetizing these color-coded woes chronologically. Poem.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the
Did you see how she just turned it on, Pain? like it's like a switch. It's like a switch. Like the performance voice just came on. Like you could see night and day. I always thought that was phenomenal. Poets that can do that. Everybody can't do that. Like have a speaking voice, and then when it's time to perform, they get in performance mode, and it's an obvious difference. This was fire, man. The wordplay in this was sick. To the point where you said, this is where it ended at. You did a whole run on, how you don't write for recreation, and you just did a whole run on that, but it ended with playwright on stationery. Playwright on stationery. And I was like, damn. Like that whole scheme right there was fire. Was just fire, man. You just got away with words, Taja. And it's like, damn. Like you can see, like I want to see you on stage. Like over the phone, over the audio is one thing, man. I want to see you perform on stage because you have a presence. You got a phone presence that's very, very noticeable. And I love the way you just turn it off and on. Like we talking, and then when you got into performance mode, you just went in there with it. And it was a complete difference. Everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I see some poets, they get on the stage, like in live arenas. They get on the stage and they talking, this is the poem I'm about to do, and that, and then they start spitting the poem, and it's their same identical voice. No pitch change, no nothing. That's not the same with you, and I can see it's very noticeable. But I thought this was a fire piece, man. And the wordplay was sick. Payne, what you thought about it?
This was a good piece. I think I heard this piece before.
You did not. You did not. I wrote it yesterday. Out of here. We gonna fight. I'm tired. I'm sick of it.
Maybe you know what it is, right? You need to switch. You know what it is, right?
No, I don't. I ain't ex though. So go ahead. You can tell me.
We're gonna have a conversation about this cadence.
Don't
We might be back to the cadence thing. You know what I mean? I might need you to switch it. I might need you to wake up when you spin these poems, Taja. Stop sounding like you smoking a mile.
Well, don't have me smoking them out then. What you want me to do?
This was dope. I thought I heard it before. My bad.
It's okay.
This was dope. This was dope. You know you dope, man. I just be trying to get you, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get you riled up.
I don't know why. Why do you do that?
I want to hear you spit an angry poem while you angry.
Okay, watch next time. It's gonna be directed at your ass.
Yeah, I want to hear some anger.
Flames.
Because you always want to spit your poem after you blew a fat one.
Why are you eating and talking to me?
Bye, Taja. I appreciate you, but I'm sending you the audience. Bye, Taja.
Oh, man. That joint was fire, though.
It's like the little sister I never wanted. She a bully, man. She always come here trying to bully me. All right. Next on the mic is Lady Truth.
Lady Truth, let's bring on up to the stage.
I'm going to share a poem I wrote like 20 years ago. It's called Listen, My People.
Listen, my people.
Listen, my people. My people, listen. The Constitution is supposed to be colorblind, recognizing one particular race. African Americans, that's what they call us. We keep accepting being disgraced. There are no natural chains. We enslaved in our minds. Coming against one another, it's time for us to wake up and shine. We must let go of the past injuries and take back what's rightfully ours. Our heritage is part of our niche. We've been surviving in poverty, is trying to remove the blinders from our eyes and see that the system is set up not to free you or me. Look through the eyes of faith and stop putting trust in flesh. It only leads to death. See, our music is screaming of lust and waste, and this is what we feed in our souls, and we wonder why the youth grow up so ugly and cold. Thug life, ratchet life, whole life. They're not even trying to fight, having pipe dreams. As I look at the TV screen, I see our communities, and we have been desensitized by the cries and lies and negative soul ties of the oppressor. We should be pressing towards the mark of the prize with unity. The only way to be free mentally is by changing our thinking, not addressing more shame, discriminating, hating, debating the lies. Forgiveness, forgiveness is the key to a real reality. See, I'm encouraging my people to make a stand for spirituality, not chasing after materialistic things. We must put our treasures in things that make our souls sing. Knowing who we are and who we are. I'm going to say it again. Knowing whose we are and whose we are is very important. And let no man tell you otherwise. And you will be a light. You will be a light. You will be a light in dark places, awakening mankind that hurting one another is not part of the plan. So listen, my people. My people, listen. So be it.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the Mongo.
20 years ago, and it's still relevant today. 20 years ago, it's still relevant today. You know, yeah, man, profound peace. Profound peace. And the bell, the chime, it do something. It do something. You know, I don't know if it's just bringing awareness or it's just, but when you ring that bell and you spit in this piece, it do something. It causes some type of reaction. And I'm aware of it. And this piece was dope. It was dope. It's still relevant today as it was 20 years ago. Payne, what you thought about it?
When I heard that bell, I felt like she was summoning the ancestors.
Facts. Something happened to me. like, hold on.
Y'all on point. That's exactly what I was doing. When you understand the power of spoken word and you put them instruments to it, it's gonna tear down some illusions.
Yeah, that's immediately what I felt. I said, okay, she's summoning the ancestors. I immediately tuned into the piece. Yeah, man, that gave me, that's griot. That's what that is. That's griot right there, what you did.
Indeed.
And I appreciated it, man. It's just like that, what I was talking about earlier about oral traditions and just making sure that we keep that going. And we can't forget about the oral part of our history. And that's what that made me feel. And that's the vibration I got off that piece. Thank you, Lady Truth.
Thank you, guys.
Definitely, sis. Yeah, man, that's what it was, bro. Like the warrior woke up, you know, bing, like the, you know, the Thundercats. He put the symbol up there. Like, yeah, man.
Next on the mic is Beautiful Butterfly.
Beautiful butterflies, bring on up to the stage. Hey, beautiful butterfly.
Hi. Welcome back, Poetic.
I'm good. It feels good to be back.
What's
Thank you.
What's good, beautiful?
Nothing much. I always do this when I get up here. I be down in the audience like, I can't wait till my turn. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to let them know. And then I get up here and I be like, oh my God, I'm up here now.
All by your lonesome.
Okay. All right. So I got this piece I'm working on. Just started working on it today. So give me grace, please.
Definitely.
I called in black today. I woke up to blood on the soil again. Another brother, sister, black human being gunned down by the man, paid by the KKK. What a sin. I called in black today. Honestly, I'm afraid to get behind the wheel because there's a search for all black people. Beware. I called in black today. Why do you care? One less $40 you will have to pay out. Oh, I understand when you say it's short notice and Uncle Sam don't play about his slaves. I called him black today. I laughed when my boss asked, was I okay? No, I'm not okay. Black people continue to pay the cost. Same height, same build, same weight, they say, accusing us even when we don't look to fit the bill. Killing us is what they will. Like that is not an assault. So I called in black today. Look, boss, don't you dare make me feel less than because, see, you are a white man and will never have to call in black. What do you mean by that? See, even when it's a positive ID on a white perpetrator, they will end up being sent to jail with prepaid bail and a full belly, fed at Burger King or something else, as long as they are fed in. You get what I mean. But as far as me and my people, we can't even hide from the police. They will kill many just to get to one enemy. Just another way to say, get those black people back in fear of me. I'm Uncle Sam. I don't appreciate my slaves speaking freely. So now you know. And I'll continue to call in black as long as my PTO pays me and never decreases. Because over the spilt soil of my brothers and sisters in the street, see, black may age gracefully, but not when they putting a bullet in me. Survive by a casket or two, but I'd be damned if I'm gonna allow them to shoot me too. So from now on, I'm gonna call in black, cause I ain't got time to be looking at my own blood as soil in your back. Peace.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the
Wow. I called in black today. Wow. Yeah, this is very thought provoking. I know you said you just started working on it. You just started it today. This is going to be a nice piece once you get it together in regards to your cadence and, just bringing it together. The subject matter is right on point. I love the concept. I called in black. Yeah, I called in today. Yeah. I'm calling in. Yeah. What's wrong? Yeah, I'm black today. I'm black today, man, and I'm taking the day. I'm taking one of my PTOs, and I love the concept of this piece, man, and I know it's gonna be a phenomenal piece once you put all the bells and whistles to it. Payne, what you thought about it?
If I'm not mistaken, I called them black today. This was a prompt that was like floating around a while back. Am I right?
Because I did hear this term before. I called them black. I heard a couple of poems like that.
Now I'm not sure how many people, but the only person I ever heard was Laquita Militant, and she gave that
Laquita.
piece.
That
She gave
yep.
that to me 2 hours ago. So I just wrote this. I didn't even write it, y'all. I just spit it. and she was mad at me because I didn't write it. But I told her, hey, I remember it because it's in my heart because of the pain is real.
Mm. That's why. I think Laquita
Yeah, it
did
is.
that
It's
piece.
Laquita.
Yeah, she did that piece for her joint for the competition, the Grand
Fact.
Griot.
Fact.
She did that as a audition piece, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a fact.
Powerful, man. Powerful. The powerful prompt.
Um,
But that I called in black because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, where did I hear this from? I heard this before as far as that, the concept. But it's a dope concept, and I really dug the piece too.
Yeah, I know I remember hearing that prompt before. I dug this piece as well. I really enjoyed your take on that piece. And again, this was some witty poetry. I really enjoyed listening to it. Thank you for sharing this piece with us, beautiful butterfly.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And again, welcome back.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. Appreciate you too, Queen. All right.
All
So
right.
so who we
Next on the mic is Dope Female.
let's bring dope female on up to the stage. Hey, dope female. How you doing, Queen?
Hola, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, Rick, how you feel?
I'm good though, female. I'm glad you made it.
Thank you. Um, everybody's doing well. First, before I get started, I want to give an a acronym for Black on Black.
Mm.
Black on Black stands for Born Less Appreciated. Caucasians knowingly oppress Negroes by legally adopting criminal killings.
Mm. Mm, 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 mm.
Expressing myself is a must. Being totally disregarded. Rendering feelings of injustice I. In my vulnerable state, consumed with such hate, knowing that I've been taught better. Conflicted with the common sense I've been raised to represent, and that in which my soon have to repent, compel to strike the match, set the flame, making sure y'all know my fucking name, strutting with class and a twist in my ass off into the distance, feeling no shame. You see, they'll think twice before they fuck with me. I may be small in size, but with the will of the Almighty, you see, I am. Intelligent in my own right, I composite, allowing time to pass until day drifts into night. Hey, lying. At my best, even on my worst day, I drip. Never slip confidence, easily conceive this cockiness. Oh, how I sit and reminisce those days, filled with such ignorance, physical, mental, and emotional abuse at its finest. You'd assume I was a victim. Not me, because I'm deeply rooted, watered from the ancient rivers that sustain me. Thick skin, slight bend, but break as they take. Nothing for me but notes, because I offer it freely, because eventually they'll need it. Drowning in confusion, wondering how in the hell Shaq did it, how I changed the game, I remain the same as you know it. And it's that kind of thinking that got your ass where you are today. Petty thoughts, spent as I slay, they say that pressure bursts pipes. Well, it's either that or some mighty motherfucking fight. Either way, shit, right? Because I've earned this title. You consider me your idol, so I float like a butterfly, sting with the intent to leave my stamp. Because, nigga, I am that champ. And although your thoughts of me could never penetrate the essence of my maturity, dimming not the lights that'll set your ass free. You see, the truth requires no proof. Spoken in the words of India Irie, I am that now, and I'm going to forever be. Shaq G. Say that shit with me. She has amazing qualities. Come on.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
The truth needs no proof. Either it is or it isn't. Profound. Powerful. This is a new piece, dope female. I never heard this piece before from you.
No, it's a very rare to do that piece.
Yeah, this is dope though. Can you do that acronym one more time for me?
Black on Black stands for Born Less Appreciated. Caucasians knowingly oppress Negroes by legally adopting criminal killings.
Damn. That's an acronym for your ass right there. Oh man. Yeah, this piece was fire though. I never heard this. I don't think I ever heard this piece before. But I really dug your delivery of it. The subject matter, that's on point. That's right up my alley. And I thought you did a great job with it. You had a lot of dope, witty lines in this piece. And yeah, it was dope. What you thought about it, Paint?
Yeah, I definitely thought it was slick. I think I heard you spit this before, but I definitely thought this poem was very slick. And I appreciate you coming through sharing that with us, though, female.
You're welcome. I give you, if it's okay, I give you one last acronym. I give you Emmett Till. Emmett Till stands for every melanated man experiences trauma that triggers insufferable life lynchings.
Damn. That's a poem in itself. That's a poem in itself. Every melanated man.
Say what?
I said you nice with them acronyms.
Facts. Cause they're not forced. You know what I'm saying? They're very coherent. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like you forcing these acronyms, man.
Right, they don't reach. They're not reaches.
They're not reaches, exactly. They're not reachy at all. They're like right there on point, man. Like profound.
I think I gave you one. I think I gave both of y'all one.
Yeah, I got mine. I forgot mine. Poetic.
Black probably wrote his down.
I remember mine. We got the audio. We keep the files over here. We keep the files.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Most definitely, sis.
All right, take it.
All right, Payne. How we looking, brother?
We're gonna circle back to Poppy. I saw Poppy up here.
Oh yeah,
so,
Poppy.
Yeah. Circle back.
Yeah. Let's do that. What's going on, Poppy?
What's up, y'all? Y'all got a powerful room going tonight, baby.
Oh yeah, man. Welcome back, Black. It's the vibe, yeah. It's definitely the vibe, man. It's a vibe in here tonight, man. Our ancestors is running through these clubhouse streets. Crazy. What's going on with you though, sis?
Man, everything's blessed, man. Blessed. Happy to catch the room. Happy. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. You know, I watch your Wednesdays, your Wednesday motivations, your Monday motivations. You know what I mean? I'll be watching them joints, man. Always got something dope and positive to say, man. Appreciate you, Queen, for real.
Hey, blessings on that, man. Thank you so much for your support all the way around the map. You know, you done came, jumped on, all that.
Most definite. What you got for the people tonight, man? Turn up in your fashion. How you do?
I actually got some news that I wrote today, so I guess I'm gonna turn up with that one.
All
I don't
right.
I don't have a name for it yet.
We'll make a name for it.
Bet that. You see, I was homeless, not hopeless, so during that time I remained focused on the things that matter. Refusing to accept shatter because it's harder to make that whole. I control the only thing that I could control and learn how to roll with the punches because them shits hurt. I mean, in the streets, I was known to put in work, but this was a different kind of fight. Having to learn another way to bob and weave, taking baby steps until I started to feel I succeeded. Not once dropping to my knees, but looking up for everything that I need. First thing I achieved was peace. But then again, that's just comfortable in the mind. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I was looking for home that whole time. You see, I was reading all the signs, but none read rent or sale. They said prevail. Time to make your voice raise hell. I mean, tell your tale in full detail. The last sign I knew all too well. As long as you keep trying, you could never fail. But I don't own a place, so how could I know my place? Sleeping in a cold garage with all my fears at large, but they offered me everything but warmth. Going through this storm, you see, I'm thankful for the shelter that kept me from getting wet. But why am I drowning? Never frowning, I kept a smile plastered. Something about their laughter, I mean, it was like gas to every task. I'm on go. But remember to slow down to read the signs. They said, prevail. Take keep trying, you'll never fail. Learning through trial and error, knowing it could get better because shit can always get worse. Peace was the first, but I long ago obtained. Now I'm looking for my range because there's no lane for the insane except for the asylum. But I'm trying not to be the jack in the box. You wind me up, I'm for sure to pop, so I hop right along, trying not to trip. No time for vacation because the whole time I was looking for a home because I lost the person in which I belong. But she left me with all the signs. They said, prevail, take your time and take your voice and raise hell. I mean, tell your tale in full detail. The last sign I knew all too well. As long as you keep trying, you'll never fail. And that's that piece.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like
Down the
Powerful, powerful, self-reflective, powerful piece. Powerful piece. Yeah, man. This night has been crazy. I don't know just because it's been Black History Month, but the pieces that's been coming up tonight, man, have been thought provoking. You know, I mean, really, really thought provoking. You know, allowing me to think about certain things and just ponder and marvel on certain things, man. And this poem was no exception. I'm trying to think of a perfect name for it. But this is very self-reflective, man. Powerful piece, man. And I thought you did a great job. Payne, what you thought about it?
Man, this mic has been enchanted. I feel like tonight, man. This is what spoken. This is what spoken words. This is what written words get spoken for. The kind of vibes I got from this piece, man. Just the whole, just the whole experience of listening to you recite this piece. I really, really appreciated it, Poppy. I thank you for coming through with that, man. It's just you gave me the vibes.
Most definite.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. I'm still working on how I'm going to deliver it, but I'm going to get there.
Yeah, once you put your sauce on it, you know what I mean? Now you put your sauce on it. You put your sauce on it, you know, but you just working on it now. But I'm just talking about the content and the subject matter. It's like, it's right there. It's right there. Profound, though. Yeah, this been an amazing night of poetry, man. Amazing night.
Bro, I want to say, I'm almost afraid to say out loud what was the point of the show where we made this turn to revolutionary. I don't want to say it out loud, but I just want to say that the poet responsible to me for tonight's shift
Is Elizabeth?
was an unexpected source.
Yeah, what's Elizabeth got her Jane Elliott on? It was a rap after that.
Elizabeth came up here with her white fist up. She started a revolution.
Yeah, well, it's well worth it though, man. Yeah, well worth it, man. Oh, the pieces we heard tonight. Yeah, man. I'm in my fields, man. I'm in my fields. My name is Poetic
All right,
Black.
let's
Emphasis
keep it moving.
on the black. All right, let's go.
Next on the mic is the collector.
Oh, the collector. I ain't hear the collecting, man. What's going on with the collector? Bring the brother on up here. How you been, brother?
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? What's going
Peace, King. Peace, man. How you been, man? It's been a minute.
I heard you weren't feeling well, whatever.
Yeah, man. They tried to take me out, man. Tried to take me off the board, man. But yeah, I'm back, man. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling strong, man. A lot of prayers, a lot of well wishes, man. I appreciated all of it, and yeah, man. I'm back though. Feeling good though. Feeling real good.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
That's what's up. I got some. I was there, what, 2 weeks ago? I was on there 2 weeks ago, man. I was looking for you.
Yeah, man. I was out.
I got something else.
All right, so yeah, man. Let me hear you, brother. I didn't hear you in a minute, man.
We hurt ourselves sometimes for the sake of peace. We bite our tongues and swallow the blood and bile, poisoning ourselves for others' comfort. We dare not offend our loved ones by spitting out our grievances on the floor, so we swallow our tongues. We don't make the obvious known, demanding you learn more about the words you use, like misogyny and toxic masculinity. Baby, stop, you hurting me when you laugh at me. Named our vessel insecurity because we lack emotional intelligence. But what's its relevance to our relationship? And we go down with the ship because we've been given the title captain, but with none of the authority, just all the blame. We're a mockery. Shame that when we're in trouble in the water and the storm's brewing, you're quick to use your life raft and abandon ship. But when the water's calm, all hands on deck, you don't remember none of that shit. But we don't talk about that though. We don't acknowledge how hope floats. Our interest is in the other treasure, sunken below the salty sea that we feed with our tears, our blood, our fears. The queen has no interest in details. We must provide the booty while keeping other buccaneers at bay. The whole time, it'd be our first mate plotting our mutiny, and we fall on our own blades. Home.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like
that. You made some deep points in this piece right here. What's the name of this piece, collector?
It's called The High Seas.
The High Seas?
Yeah.
You said something that was deep in here, man. You said we supposed to be the captain, but we don't have no authority. And
that's all the blame.
And get all the blame. That's deep, man. That's deep. I know a lot of sisters don't like to hear that word, like control. You can't control me, you know what I mean? And I heard Farrakhan say, and he said this, and when he said it, it was real deep to me. It was profound, in fact. He said you cannot protect what you cannot control. He said you cannot protect what you cannot control. And I thought that was just profound. And I thought about it in the sense of like you driving in a car, but you don't know how to drive. Everybody in that car is at risk, including yourself, you know, because you don't have control over that vehicle. And likewise, you know, sometimes control, you hear the word control, and a lot of times they get the bad connotation to it. Oh, I'm not your slave and all of this. But at the end of the day, you know, you're asking for you ask for something that you can't deliver on if certain requisites are not met. And I thought this poem was short, but it really hit to the point. Why? Not in an accusatory term or like trying to pass the blame, but why? Asking the question. Like, how do you expect me to do this if I don't have this? You know, and I just thought that was deep, man.
Exactly.
I thought it was deep. Dope poem,
Exactly.
bro. What you thought about it, Pink?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. What you saying?
I actually wrote this for a friend of mine who was going through a divorce,
Mm.
and the first two lines was actually the first thing I said to him, because sometimes you don't. Sometimes you say something to somebody, or if they're going through something, and you be like, "Oh, it's gonna be all right," and sometimes it's not gonna be all right. Like, they got a whole bunch of hell to go through
Mm.
before it actually all right, and you just can't lie to them. Sometimes you just gotta tell them the truth, like, "Yo, it's gonna be some hell." Like, sometimes we just going through some shit. Like I said, sometimes we hurt ourselves. Sometimes for the sake of peace, we do that. You know,
Mm.
we hurt
Indeed.
ourselves sometimes just to make sure that other people are happy. And he was like, "Yeah, you're right." So yeah, that's where that come from.
Yeah, man. Profound, man. I definitely got the sentiment. But Payne, what you thought about it, bro?
Man, sometimes, man, you got to go through hell to get peace or peace of mind. And I dug what you said, man. Sometimes it's not going to be okay, man. So, and to accept that is okay. You know, it's the sometimes salvation and a peace of mind and just peace. Period. It's it's hell to go through to get there sometimes, man. And sometimes, especially when you're dealing with women. I appreciate this piece, man. It really resonated with me a lot, man. And
Sound like a little disdain at the end of that. Yeah, especially when you're dealing with women.
I'll put it like this: every brother that I've read this to felt it immensely, and every sister that I've read this to have found it insightful. I'll put it that way.
Mm. Yep, they eat a side eye. I know there's a couple of sisters gave a side eye. What do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying?
facts. Make sure none of
Yeah.
the women is judges when you go to do this in the slam. But this piece definitely resonated with me, man, because whew, man, you be at the edge sometimes, man. And shout out to your friend, man. I hope he pulled through okay. But like you said, man, it's not gonna be okay right away. Sometimes you gotta get there, man, because you went through a lot to get to where you are, and that rebuilding process and that whole thing is the thing, man. I appreciate this piece. Thank you, the collector. I appreciate you coming through with that.
Definitely, brother.
No problem, man. Y'all be easy.
Definitely. You too, King. All right, Payne. How we looking? How we looking? You on mute, bro. If you
Yeah, we
talking
got
over.
one more. We got one more on the mic, and then I think I got a closer. I might got a closer.
All right. All right. All right.
But closing up the queue is Russ.
Oh man, you bringing Russ up for the last. This is beautiful, man. Bring Russ on up to the stage, man. What's going on, Russ?
Russ, what's going on, bro?
Well, first of all, I'm so happy to see you back, Poetic Black.
Thank you, man. Thank you,
I,
my
I,
brother.
I can't, I can't imagine what the path has been, but I'm so glad to see that you're healed enough to be with us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. All the well wishes, the prayers. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah. All right. Shall I just get into this then? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we get you good.
All right. Um, I wrote this piece a while ago, but I've cleaned it up quite a bit more recently. It was based on a prompt, and the prompt was "The Legacy I Leave."
Legacy I leave.
Mm. So delicate it is to delegate meaning to pour from a thimbleful of symbols to signify the entirety of my life. A legacy I leave, a generational relay race. When I run the leg I see, I move twice as fast to make up for the stumbles of forebears, just to draw even. I'm like, it's on. They sat on the baton for far too long before passing it to me. So what did I do? I came out the gate determined that their fate would never be mine. My time trial was a doomed notion that one could ever leave it all behind. This conviction played out predictably. If you're paying attention, you can see how their history is stuck to me. Soul sniper, trained on every fiber. I felt like a paper tiger. I sought a papal legate for a message of peace, but I only got fleeced, barely survived the tithe. See, the discord was supraordinal, so hard. Next, I found a card carrying cardinal doling out pardons like bounce checks. Look, I didn't start off with a full deck, but I emerged from wreckage. No, not a phoenix, but a magician who needed a project. Watch my sleight of hand, sleight of mind. Blink and you'll miss me plucking fear and the ace of hearts from behind your ear. That makes me a card collector. It protects me from being sold short in the secondhand section. But card sharks leave bite marks. So now I'm aggrieved. I perceive the need for leave taking. I'm half baked. I quake in the face of forsaking lakes of tears in favor of avoiding fears. Maybe this is what a banana peel feels when we slip on them. Another one bites the destiny. Whoops, there goes the best of me. I'm in the grip of a stiff upper lip. Wounded birds, my kryptonite. If my light could render sight to the blind, I'd leave this bind behind, but I guess I'm the mindless kind. In my family, we distilled strange brews. We buried news about bruises, contusions, to confuse who wins, who loses. A kind of witness protection, see? It's high time for a legacy ectomy, a surgical art of falling apart in favor of starting anew. In the new legacy, I'll leave sheaves of poems like jigsaw. I'll assemble them in the shape of a new law towards justice, towards freedom, verbs and nouns to announce a new sheriff in town. It might be too late for me. But as for my progeny, I made them deputies to craft a new legacy, new frames to break chains, to set them free. And peace.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
That was fire. That was fire. That was fire, man. Your wordplay sick, Russ. The leg I see. The leg I see. And then the buried news. The buried news. That was profound to me. You know, a lot of times, you know, my family as well. You know, big ass elephant be in the room. We'll sweep that joint under the rug.
You got that.
Sweep it right under the rug, and everybody act like they don't see the big lump in the carpet. You know, and that's a real thing. And this is liberation right here. You know, you talking about, you know, about freeing yourself from that generational curse of doing it the way you was shown. You know, at some point in time, somebody got to take the initiative and be like, it's going to be a new way now. You know, I really dug that part about the new sheriff in town. You know, it's a new sheriff in town. It's going to be a new way. And that's what we need. That's what we need. We need a new way. And I thought this was very thought-provoking, man. And the wordplay was just crazy and sick in this, man. Like always, Russ. You always seem to like really make me think. And I really appreciate it. Payne, what you thought about this?
I want to talk about some of the wordplay in this poem, man. Russ, you be saying some slick
He says some
shit.
slick shit, don't he? He be saying some slick shit or some flyby. Yo.
I
You
mean,
said card sharks leave.
there's a bunch of people I got to keep up with here. That's all I'm saying.
You said card sharks leave bite marks. That was visual to me. I dug that. Uh, it was something about banana peels. You said,
Yeah, that banana peel was
is this
dope.
how the banana peel feels? And you was like, whoops, there goes the best of me. That was dope. That was
Uh,
dope.
I'm glad you appreciated it.
I think you said something about your family distills strange brews. What was
Yes.
that line? Yeah,
Let me
that was
pull it up.
dope. And my favorite was the part about uh, you want to I think you said like your poems, put your poems in jigsaw so you could assemble a new law. Can you run that part back?
Yeah. In the new legacy, I'll leave sheaves of poems like jigsaw. I'll assemble them in the shape of a new law towards freedom, towards justice, verbs and nouns to announce a new sheriff in town.
Verbs and nouns to announce a new sheriff. Come on, I see what you be doing, Russ. I watch you. Watching you, man.
Uh,
Oh man, listen, I love what you do with this thing of ours, bro, and I appreciate you.
well, this is one of my favorite rooms on the app, and I'm often wrapped up at this hour, but I was very glad to get a chance to make it, you guys.
Most
I'm
definite,
very
man.
glad you were too, brother. I appreciate you.
Definitely, man. Oh man, this has been a fantastic, phenomenal night of poetry, my brother Payne.
Fact, fact.
And in your normal fashion, it seems like you've managed to take someone from under your sleeve and present them as a
I do
closer.
have a closer. I do have a closer. First of all, I want to send a shout out to the ladies of the compo. I like when we all together. I like it.
I love
I
it.
like I like compo unity. I like it. So shout out to the ladies of the compo. But I am about to call one of them to the stage to
Okay.
close us out.
Okay.
G Money,
The
let's get
voice
it.
of the compo. Let's
Let's
go.
get it.
Let's go.
I was sure y'all closed y'all shit at 10:30, but I appreciate it.
You definitely you get special treatment. Compo.
I appreciate it. How y'all doing? I
I'm doing
came here
good.
last week. You won't hear Black. We missed you.
Yeah, you missed me a couple of weeks, man. I've been out of commission.
I just came back.
Oh man.
Yeah, G, because I was looking, yo, you gotta hit me. You changed your number more time than Russ changed his PTR. You gotta hit me with your number.
I hit y'all. I got y'all.
Word.
All right.
What does it mean to grow from the asphalt? Devil or fallen angel? God brewed or man made? Is it my fault? I know that I can be gasoline, atomic bomb, DNA, burn shit down, energy. I can be a pothole turned wormhole. My skin looks like galaxy. My obscenities be safe words. I spit segregation out of the spaces in my teeth when I smile. They say my natural hair makes them uncomfortable like collard greens rumbling in the belly. They can't help but to touch the rush of disgust makes them do strange things like follow in the footsteps of our salvation. They say that revolution shit stunts our people's growth though, cause they made guns with the ability to cut us down. The outrage was supposed to be silent. I can tell when they stare at me. like I'm about to break another curse and make it worse. Black excellence is a rope I knotted and nicknamed perfectionist. When I look in the mirror, that be the image that hunts my pride, but I stare from the bottom up like I'm staring at the strange fruit I could be. I don't look backwards anymore. I haven't stumbled since I was a toddler, so I grabbed my roots and ran. And because I am running, it is a reflex for my people to keep going, to join me when the asphalt turns into grass. In peace.
Shit like that, shit like that,
Ladies and
shit like
gentlemen,
that, shit like that.
Dom
Shit like
DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.
He said she ain't stumbled since she was a toddler.
facts. That's compo right there, B. You know how compo do, man. Come on, man. You know how compo do. Oh man, this has been a great night of spoken word. Everybody that touched the mic tonight, man, they blazed some real thought-provoking pieces, man. Don't forget tomorrow. Tell them the time, Payne. We gonna be over here.
Eastern Standard Time. How many mics? We rookie season. We're doing everybody's very first album. Tomorrow we're doing LL Cool J Radio.
Yeah, we'll be in the
Let's
building.
go.
So yeah, definitely we'll be in the building tomorrow for how many mics. We got any announcements with the competition? When we
Listen, we're gonna listen. Next week, Iron Sharpens Iron. We're gonna lay it out for y'all. The competition is back on deck. We're gonna talk about that next week. But that's what it is, man.
All right, man. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, man. It felt good that everybody come out here, man. I see everybody, and it was a beautiful welcome back for Black, and I felt good, man. Everybody that spit tonight, definitely brought something of worth, of note, and I appreciate all you guys, man. So
Always want to send a special shout out to everybody that's been here since the beginning of the show that rocked out to the end. Always want to send a special shout out to y'all. Love y'all.
Definitely. All right, so we gonna see y'all tomorrow. We'll be back with how many mics tomorrow. But until then, man, we up out of here, man. Love you guys. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
The story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.